Chaos Blur.
Alright, how we doing, everybody? It is Bobby Gaines, otherwise known as Chaos Blur, here today with some Streets of Rage 4 as I'm getting in the mood for Retromania, returning in just 3 short days. In fact, about 3 days from now, we will be back in here for Retromania, July 8th at 1 p.m. Did you tour Mall of New Hampshire? Is there a mall actually called Mall of New Hampshire? I mean, I know there are a few malls in New Hampshire. There's actually nothing really super interesting, and I have, you know, all my years of mall touring, I did a pretty decent job of looking at malls in New England and kind of scoping that out right now. You are not Bobby. Where's Bobby? Oh, crap. Where'd he go? I don't know. I don't know where he is. I'm filling in for him today. I'm Gaines Bobby. I am the other Bobby Gaines, not necessarily the white or the Asian one, but just one of them. Welcome Toaster and Shads to the stream today. We're still looking for Bobby, but he wanted me to tell everybody that we got Retromania 57 coming this Saturday at 1. I hope I did that as well as he would have, but welcome to the stream. I think your name is Shads. I think he told me about you. You're from Norway or something. I don't know. But we are here with Streets of Rage 4 here today. Apparently there's a mall in New Hampshire. It's probably fairly lousy. I know there's a mall called Solomon Pond in New Hampshire. I think that's New Hampshire's biggest mall, if I'm not mistaken. I know my malls. I haven't been to all of them, but I know a good number of them. But thing is, after you've been to Mall of America, it's kind of weird to go to any other mall. Like, I mean, I'll still go to other malls, but it's going to be kind of like, okay, let's see what this is. But, like, I've already seen, like, the greatest possible mall you could see. But that said, you know, I've played other games, and I'm still back here playing freaking Streets of Rage 4, so I do enjoy revisiting my classic games sometimes. So we're going to kick things off here, as I mentioned, with the survival mode. Kind of a retro experience in preparation of Retromania 57, which I'm almost done getting ready for. I'm still looking for the exit to this day. The exit of Mall of America? Yeah, probably. There's a lot of exits in there. There's actually 4 exits. There's 4 entrances. There's a north, south, east, and west wing of the Mall of America, all named after different states in the country. Anyway, I'm getting off the topic here. He really did never, well, he likely never did. I do feel like a part of me is still in that mall somewhere, or part of him is. But yeah, if you see him, let me know. He owes me a few bucks. So right now we're going to get into the Streets of Rage action. Hopefully you guys are not feeling rage. Hopefully you're happy, excited for Retromania, excited for summer. You know, you're very much in the summer months. I know Toaster is currently enjoying a getaway to New Hampshire, or at least he was. He might be back now, and I know that that might be why he was asking about the aforementioned malls in New Hampshire, which is an okay state. I've been there a few times. Nothing I would go back for, but ooh, what do we got? I guess I'll kick it off with some stars, get some star moves here. I wonder if the power-ups are always the same, too, when you do the weekly generated sim. Anyway. Here we go. Let's go. We got lightning striking the playing field just to make it a little more dangerous, in addition to the vengeful enemies that await Axel on this epic journey. Ouch. Epic journey of getting electrocuted. Shocking, isn't it? I could probably just stand here and let the lightning take the enemies out. See? Bobby of Absail. Alright, fine, I'm that, apparently. Alright, fine, I'm Bobby of America. Absail, or however you spelled that, looks like a German word. It might even be a German word. I don't know. We'll have to ask Big Mac on the ruling on that, but looks hella German to me. Looks like the opposite of Sile, because usually they use like AB to be like the opposite of something. So like Absail would be the opposite of Sile, but I don't know what Sile means. I know what Streets of Rage 4 means, and that's what we're playing right now. And, like I mentioned before, we got Retromania coming, which is another great tradition of mine. In fact, the only reason why Retromania's been so delayed is because I've been working so hard on the Maltor videos, and there have been multiple videos to support this Maltor and the Maltor video itself. And I'm still not done, but I did want to get back to Retromania. It has been a while. It's been like, I don't know, 6 or 7 weeks since the last one, so obviously Retromania is still a huge part of this channel. I wanted to get back to it. I got a pretty fun idea for Saturday's episode that I'm hoping you guys will like. And speaking of the Mall Tour of America, we got a request for that one again. That reward in particular will be going through July, so that reward, which feels like it's been on the channel for like a year now, it's only been on there for a couple months, but that is a graphic that I am still very proud of. I might even remix it fairly soon so that it has images from the Mall of America tour. But yeah, no, that's still promoting that Mall Tour. You know, the Mall Tour and Retromania are pretty much neck and neck. Like, the Mall Tour was like the biggest part of my YouTube channel, and Retromania is like the biggest part of this channel, so you know, obviously Retromania still has a long future ahead of it. The Mall Tour just wrapped up, but you know, a lot of people are like sad about it. I get it, but like, I don't know, to me it's almost like a happy moment. Like, you know, I had so many great memories Mall Touring, and like those memories aren't going anywhere. I've even been rewatching the past Mall Tours. I'm up to like 2017. I'm watching the one where actually Toaster was there. Toaster, Angela, and I got kicked out of Meriden Mall, and it's like there's so many funny moments in that one besides that. But like, yeah, I forgot some of the funny moments that are in that video. It was actually, it's not Toaster's first Mall Tour, but one of them. I gotta slow down here. I start talking too fast on a hot day, and it just dries my mouth out. There'll be plenty of drinks on hand for Retromania on Saturday. Maybe if you're nice, I'll share some with you. Hey-o. More Streets of Rage right now. Kind of curious as to why Shads thought I was missing. But I guess he was going for a joke, but he didn't think it would land. What did I buy at the mall? Oh boy. What didn't I buy at the mall? I feel like I did a whole video on this like when I first got back. I would gladly recap it, but I'm not knee-deep in enemies at a Indiana Jones-style temple. I actually bought a bunch of Mall of America merchandise. A Mall of America pen, Mall of America hat, which I've actually worn on stream before. Mall of America keychain, Mall of America pen. I think I mentioned the pen, which I plan to never write with. It's just there as a souvenir. I got a Mall of America book all about the Mall of America. I got the shark, the stuffed shark that keeps showing up on stream to say howdy. That was from the Mall of America aquarium. No Sonic plushies, but I did get this Sonic wallet, which I just happen to have handy. I also got a Sonic water bottle and a... Where is it? It might even be in this room. Not that hat. Where the hell's my Sonic hat? My Sonic hat's in the other room. I got too many Sonic hats. I bought a new Sonic hat. I actually bought a couple things for Retromania, for Retropolis, that we're going to see in the next couple days. So, yeah, a couple Sonic things. Not as much as you'd think. The thing is, like, I almost have so much Sonic stuff that everybody expects me to buy more Sonic stuff, and I'm like, what else can I realistically buy? Like, I mean, I'll buy something if it's good enough. Like, I'll buy that. But, like, it's got to be something, like, really cool that I don't already have. Or that's significantly different. Like, I've got, like, 3 Sonic plushies already. Yeah, I could have bought one to do it, but... When does it end, Shads? When does it end? But, I mean, plenty of merchandise from Mall of America. Not to mention the great food I had at Cadillac Ranch, which was a restaurant there. At, the Twin City Grill, which was another nice little diner in the mall. A couple food court restaurants. A lot of great food, a lot of great rides at Nickelodeon Universe. In fact, I got a Nickelodeon Universe souvenir hoodie, as well as a TMNT hoodie, which we're not going to see those till the winter months, but I did get those. So I got a lot of stuff. Like, there's going to be memories of that trip for, like, literally years to come, because I will be either featuring it on the channel or, you know, I did that on purpose, obviously. I want to remember this trip for forever. What better way to remember things than with stuff? Stuff helps you remember things. Is the mall? I'm gonna go ahead and take a swing at that one and say it is. Like I'm 99.9% sure that they thought of that. There were so many people at the mall. I mean, it was crazy. And I'm sure it's accessible to everybody of all different, abilities. I'm just gonna shut up here because the subject always gets me touchy. But god damn it, come on. This is the boss from level 2 of the game. I should be able to take him on. A lot of lifts. Oh yeah, a lot of lifts. They had a whole store that sold them. Oh wait, you're talking about... Okay, never mind. Ouch. Damn it. You were nicer when you were Commissioner Gordon. Ooh. Ooh. Well, I might have to act fast here. Since I got the extra star moves, I may as well use them. Got him. Rest in pieces, Commissioner. Nah, I'm just kidding. He seemed like a nice guy. He just had a job to do, Nothing personal. I actually saw Top Gun Maverick last night. I've been wanting to see that for a while. Saw it with my parents and John as part of a 4th of July movie night. Good movie. Very, very patriotic, which was kind of the point. Yeah, I mean, I thought it would be good. It was pretty much what I expected, but in a good way. Like, it gave me what I wanted, and it was very good. It's very good at giving me what I wanted. I'm like, I want fast-paced music with a bunch of airplanes flying and a bunch of, generic montages, and that's what I got. That's what I wanted. It was a little more than that, but it was still, it was what I wanted. Like, when I say something's what I wanted, it doesn't mean like, oh, yeah, it was very predictable. Like, no, not really, but it was really good. Kind of like this game. Like, this game is not one of the greatest games of all time, but it's what I want. It's predictable in a good way. But there are some other moments, too. But, yeah, see, that's the thing. I actually don't like games like that. Like, there's an old game, when they mentioned in Top Gun, they mentioned the Afterburner. I was thinking of the old Sega game Afterburner, which is literally Top Gun in a game. It's like, you're flying this fighter jet across, like, oceans and shooting down things, and I'm just like, I never got into Afterburner, the game. And Ace Combat's like the same thing, just a modern one. And I'm like, yeah, those games look cool, but I barely can handle Star Fox, which is like a simplified version of that. I like Star Fox, just like I like the idea of the Afterburner game until I play it and I start getting like motion sick or something. Or you stop hitting me with the damn whip. I'm trying to talk to my friends here. Also, for some reason, it's playing the carnival music in like the industrial environment. But I don't even care because I'm too busy beating this whip guy. Didn't think anything could get annoying. I didn't think anything could get more annoying than the 2 chicks with the whip, but no, he's pretty annoying. And speaking of annoying, let's see how they'll like it when my weapon is now electrified. It's electric. Time to die. I was going to say boogie oogie, but too predictable. See, I'm predictable to a degree. You can't always be predictable or it's too predictable. There you go. There you go. Oh, there's the chick with the whip. I was just mentioning her. She's a little annoying, too, because she can lunge from like the other side of the stage and get you. But that whip guy was just relentless. How many times he was comboing me with that thing. Fear my umbrella! Just call me Rihanna, because I got an umbrella. Hey, yo. Ooh, that was an insane amount of damage. I do hope they make a follow-up to this game, whether it's a Streets of Rage 5 or some kind of spin-off of the Streets of Rage universe. Like, I don't know, I just always really liked the Streets of Rage games, being a big Sega junkie. And Sega themselves didn't seem to be interested in remixing the series, like, as much as they like to bring their series back. I think if Sega wants to keep hitting the nostalgia, they need to make new entries in their classic series. Like, actually, I was streaming Knight's Journey of Dreams the other day, or, well, almost like a week ago now, but I was playing Knight's Journey of Dreams. It actually wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but I think as far as bringing that series back, I think it was a good attempt. I would have kept going with it. Maybe not have it on the Wii. Maybe put it on a more powerful console with better controls. But I think overall it was actually pretty decent. I'm still in the process of playing it. I may play more of it at some point. I'm a big Knights fan, though, so I'm a little biased. I mentioned that in the video about 20 times, how, like, I want Knights to succeed as a franchise, even if objectively I don't think the games are that great. I don't think they're bad, but I'm not, like, kind of like Afterburner. It's like, oh, Afterburner sure looks cool till I play it, and then I'm like, this really isn't as much fun as I thought it would be. You know, I root for Sega. I want Sega to succeed in more than just Sonic, even though my main goal is Sonic, but I like that Sega has other things, like Streets of Rage, like all these other games, and I'm like, come on, Sega, like, show what you're made of. Like, that was the Sega in the 90s for me. It was like, you didn't have to wonder what Sega was doing. They let you know. Like, they were in your face all the time. You could not go anywhere without seeing a Sega ad or playing a Sega game. Maybe I just had a weird childhood. But you get the point. Like, they were basically kind of like what Sony is now. Like, Sony's, like, kind of braggadocious a little bit. Is that a word? Braggadocious? Like Sony, I mean, they're not even, like... As much as I got on Sony's case for a while, one of my favorite slogans of theirs is PlayStation, it only does everything. Like, I used to make fun of that slogan so much, but it was actually... I was making fun of it because it reminded me of the old Sega ads. It reminded me of, I would see Chaos Blur on a regular basis. Really? How often do you reference me? No, the old PlayStation, not even that old now. I think it's like PS3 or whatever. Like, the PlayStation slogan, it only does everything. Like, I always thought that sounded like an old Sega slogan. Don't we all? What, am I some reference to you guys? Is that all I am? Is just some comedic meme? Not often. You just said, like, a regular basis. It can't be both. You can't reference me on a regular basis, but then not often. That doesn't work. Oh, yeah, I don't reference you often, just on a regular basis. Hey, yo, how you doing, Scarecrow? I haven't seen you in a while. I used to see you on a regular basis, you and Queen Bee. It's a misdirect. Ah. See, you're tricking me. I'm probably on his stream right now. He's probably showing a clip of my stream, being like, look at this idiot. We're not going to tell him that we're actually all watching his stream in secret. See, I told you he was a real guy. Shad's just egging me on to say some stupid catchphrases. Heyo. Well, I'm not going to do it. Heyo. How about that? I do enjoy saying stupid catchphrases. God damn it. Just for that, I only want you to bring 10 of your friends to Retromania. No, I'm just kidding. Bring them all. I need them all. Powerful contained. Things are unnatural. Well, there we go. It seems like we have a new topic to discuss. Forget about the video games. What is this going on with these supernatural powers? Woo! That's gonna leave a mark. No, that's more Toaster's thing, which I just kind of ran with, and for whatever reason, it really made me angry at the time. Like I joke about it now, but at the time I was like pissed because obviously it was Mario Kart, which gets me pissed on its own. And, like, I lost a match in some random crap, and he's just like, skill issue. And I'm like, how was that a skill issue when somebody popped me with a random shell out of nowhere and blah, 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 blah. Like, you know, it turned into this whole thing. So now anytime something bad happens in Mario Kart, it's like, oh, skill issue, even though the joke is there's no conceivable way to stop it. Whew. Yeah, I say too many things too repetitively for me to have one catchphrase. Like, my catchphrase is, as far as the streams go, is probably Let's Get Retroactive. That's probably my most scripted, most predictable one that is based on a stream. Although I just say a lot of things too often to begin with. Heyo. The Heyo thing, as bad as it is now, it actually used to be a lot worse. Because I've been watching the old Baltor videos, and, like, I would say it, like, in the middle of a sentence. I'm like, why did I say Heyo there? I'd be like, hey, how's it going, Heyo? I'm like, what the... What sucks for me, as the video editor, because I'm trying to edit these clips and get as many Heyos as I can. So I have to stop the video every 4 seconds because I keep saying Heyo. I'm like, there's one part where I say Heyo 3 times in a 10-second span. It's not even, like, live. Well, it is live. I'm saying, like, it's not like I, you know, said it an hour later. It's in the same sentence. I'm like, what? Why do I need to say Heyo 4 times in 5 minutes? Like, it was ridiculous. Yeah, I do say more. I forget where that started. That was a Maltor thing, the more after this. I think that was like Maltor 2019. That was later Maltor. But it was like, I kind of got it from my friend John Lee. I don't know if he said it first or I picked it up from him or I helped him say it more. But like, because he has kind of like a game show personality also. He's been on some of my streams and... So, like, you know, he would say stuff at work or, like, in different scenarios, you know, like, if we were having a problem, like, okay, more after this. So then, like, on the mall tours, especially if we were at a bigger mall where we were going to, like, a big store, I would, like, tease it. Like, okay, we're going to this store, more after this. And then, like, I just started saying it for, like, every little thing. I started being like, okay, we're going up the stairs right after this. It was, like, it just became, like, everything to where now I'll say it during something. We'll be, like, in the middle of the game, and I'm like, more right now. It's like, why? Like, even I don't know. I don't know why I do. Forget about looking back at it. Like, I'm looking at it right now going, why am I doing this now? Like, forget about 5 years from now. I'm going to look at this and go like, wow, I was a real idiot. But I'll probably have some new thing by then. That's the thing, is I can realize how dumb I was back then, but now I just have new dumb things. I don't improve, I just notice. It would sound like... Oh, I did that. I do that during every game. Some games are easier to do that with, too, especially, like, sports or racing games, because it's like, there's always going to be, like, another race. It's like, oh, more racing after this. Like, of course there's going to be more racing. It's the same goddamn thing over and over again. More fighting after this. Like, yeah, you think? I'm using all my moves right now. Sometimes I'll tailor it to the situation. Like, if I hit a lot of walls and burn out, I'll be like, more terrible driving after this. God damn it! Oh, I thought that was going to kill me. I thought that fall damage for sure was going to get me. Woo! Gotta be getting close to the end of this wave. Woo! It is pretty exciting when you start getting later in this game with different waves and stuff. And oh, come on, you gotta give me some health up items or something. Can't send me into this battle at like a third health. Maybe you can, I don't know. Okay, that's something. Not great, but it's something. Yeah, it was a fun stream. Like, I mean, anytime I do a holiday stream, it's like a mixed bag. It's like, on one hand, it's a holiday, it's a special occasion, so I'm in a good mood, but I'm also like, well, are people going to watch it? Because it's also a holiday for them. So, like, they're going to watch, they're going to be, you know, with their families or whatever. They really want to take the time to watch Chaos Blur for 2 hours or whatever it is. Now, obviously, 4th of July is a special case because it's not a holiday for everybody in my audience or any audience, so. But even things like Easter, Halloween, other holidays like that again aren't holidays for everybody, but, you know, your bigger holidays. Famously Christmas. Like, as much as I love to stream on Christmas, like, there's nobody there because almost everybody's, like, having lunch or dinner with their family or whatever time it is, and, you know. I've even tried doing 2 Christmas streams, and they perform very poorly, but I also don't care because I just want to have fun with the stream. But just historically, I'm streaming on Christmas more for myself at that point, because it's like, okay, there's like one person here. I think last year it was like just Bex and I for most of the stream, but it was cool because I'd like to talk to her about her Christmas and everything. But like, yeah, it was not. Then again, there was one year where I had like 4 or 5 people on the Christmas stream, so it really does vary. That's the only thing I've tried to notice patterns. Like, I try to notice patterns in, like, different streams, different games, times of the week, etc. There are no patterns. So I'm like, oh, if I do this game at Saturday morning, you know, for this many hours, it'll do this well. I'm never right. Once in a while. There's, like, maybe 2 or 3 games I can sort of count on. And there's other games that are the opposite where I kind of know they're not going to do well, but I just play them because I like them. Rocket League being the big one. The Rocket League streams do not generally do that well, ever. There might be 1 or 2 that did pretty well, but that's out of how many? Anyway, the day the UK gave you freedom, yeah, in a way, but weren't we also going against the UK? Or, well, against England anyway, not the whole UK. I always get confused by that, and I'm not trying to sound like a dumb American or like someone who doesn't know geography or all that, but like, what is the UK? Like, what makes up the United Kingdom? I know it's not like just England, but I know it is. I know England's involved in it. And again, I'm not trying to sound like an idiot who doesn't know where things are, although I don't know where things are, that's just a fact. But, like, what is the UK in entirety? Or maybe it is, I have no idea. Because I've heard the term used interchangeably with Britain or England or this one or that one. And the whole thing is just a lot of stuff. England is a part. That I thought. I didn't think it was the whole UK, but I've seen, in fact, I thought the UK flag kind of looks like the England flag. But then I'm like, well, it can't just be that, because then they would just call it the same thing. But I've heard them referred to differently. So kind of like the United States. Is it like multiple things in the same thing? That would make sense. Plus they're united, so they're like together. See, I know words. United means a lot, or at least together. A group, usually of 3 or more, that are united in some way over some cause. In this case, a kingdom. And Toaster is still on the stream, but he's just here to fire off the reward, so don't worry about the graphics that are going to flash across the screen periodically. The full name is the United... Whoa, okay, that I did not know. I mean, I'm not surprised, but they don't tell you that in the geography books. Or on the news, they don't go, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland said today. Like, they never do that. They always shorten it to just UK. Hey, nobody picks on my holographic ally that way. Well, maybe occasionally we do, I don't know. Oh, shit. See, we're learning today. Isn't Scarecrow from the UK, or from some part of it? Probably messing this all up. I wish I knew where more people were from. I barely know where I'm from, so I wouldn't feel too bad about it. More, right now. Now I'm kind of doing it on purpose. Other times I just do the catchphrases and just realize it later that I did them a bunch of times. Oh, jeez. Oh, damn it. Oh, I got lucky on that one. Ooh, the Pontiac Cat's making an appearance. All right. while we get that on, I will go ahead and... It's funny, because I was originally going to change this to something else, because I had the Pontiac hat, because I was playing a racing game the other day. I was playing Forza with the camera on, so I purposely made it a car hat. And then I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to keep it the Pontiac hat, even though it has nothing to do with this game. It comprises England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern... Croatian, Scotland, Ireland... Oh, okay. Scotland I did not know. Ireland I kind of suspected. Well, especially when you said it was part of Northern Ireland. I kind of suspected Ireland was part of it. That gave it away a little bit. I'm actually surprised I've lasted this long in this, but... The weekly sims are usually a little bit easier than the random sims, which is what I'm going to play after this. The random sims are like what it says. It could be a really hard wave or it could be a really easy wave of enemies. It's usually the former. It's usually really hard enemies. Because it could be like 3 bosses or something all mashed together. Like, whereas this is a little more programmed. I think the developers just update this every week and, you know. So it's always going to be the same. If I play this again, round 12 will always be this. And, you know, round 3 will always be what it was, and so on. So I can usually make it further in this one. Not necessarily too far, but I can make it to, like, round 12, for example, where it's usually I'm out by, like, round 10. But I digress. Either way, ouch, more Nightmare mode. I was going to say Nightmare League. That'd be a good name for a game. Nightmare League, like an online horror game. Welcome to Nightmare League. New zombie trials every week. Oh, damn it, I realized I'm out of stars. No star moves for chaos. So what have you been playing lately, Scarecrow? Anything of note? Oh, I didn't even realize I lost there. I'm like, I knew I was down to low health. I didn't realize I'd, like, completely lost. Oopsies. Come on, give me something. What I unlock? Alternate star move unlocked. Ultimate Dragon Wing. That sounds like a fun attack. Okay, let's go. Random sim. I'm going to change her moves just because. It's not like I play this that often anyhow. Air special. Oh, I can change her air special? Oh, okay, I just haven't unlocked her ultimate. Her alternate. Alternate ultimate. Ugh, that's hard to say. She has a different ultimate attack. That's what I was trying to get at. Blaze, as well as Axel from the classic game. In fact, all the classics are here, and some more random ones. I like Blaze. She's a good mix of speed and power. Ooh, nice. Nice finishing move there. Especially considering it's a training round. Special moves cost less. I could use that. So yeah, those of you who haven't seen survival mode at this point, which I don't know who hasn't, because I feel like I've streamed it like 20 times. Basically what it looks like, you fight random waves of enemies. They get harder as you go. You keep going until you lose all your health. After every round, you get some kind of buff or upgrade to your character that carries over to the next rounds. Basically until you lose. It's supposed to kind of help you as the enemies get harder and more numerous. See how far you can get. Sounds like it would get old after a while, but I don't know. I've enjoyed it. It's something that done in, you know, small quantities. Like, I think I stream this, I don't know how often, but often enough to remember it, but not super often. But yeah, it's fun for that. I also have this game on Switch, so once in a while I like to play it handheld as well. Games like this just don't get old to me. Like, I know it seems like this would be the perfect game to get old, but, like, I don't know. I just enjoy games like this. I think, you know, every now and then, I just want to play a game like this. I don't want some super convoluted story or, you know, like Final Fantasy 16. That's why that was such a departure for me, even though it was just a demo. Like, I generally don't play games like Final Fantasy 16, and nothing against them, but it's like, I spent 3 hours playing it, maybe an hour actually playing it. The rest was like a cutscene or a mini game or something. Which is fine for once in a while. It's just hard to sustain. When my schedule is as random as it is, it's really hard for me to play games that have stories like that and keep it straight and, like, really, like, enjoy it for the story. It's like, I don't even remember the story already of Final Fantasy 16, and I played as much as I did. I only remember little bits of it. Now, imagine if I had the full game and I'm going back to it every couple weeks and I am playing it for, like, an hour at a time and I don't remember it. Like, it's still fun, but, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I could just really buckle down and play it and, like, you know, make it my focus for, like, a week straight. But then, see, that loses the fun to me. You know, like, I know people who get those games, like Final Fantasy or, you know, Legend of Zelda. They play them for, like, 6 or 7 days straight for, like, you know, 5 hours a day and beat it. And yeah, I mean, to be fair, I did that with Sonic. I did that with Metroid, the new Metroids that came out. I've done it. Yeah, I did Spider-Man, but even that took how many years? Now, that's a little different because I'm more of a Spider-Man aficionado. I know stories of Spider-Man games, so it's a little less relevant. Like, I'm I'm really good with Spider-Man as far as knowing what's going on, even if I haven't played the game in a while. So I still was able to enjoy that game's story despite all the long breaks. Like, you know, like a bigger game like a God of War or something where you, like, you know, you don't have to play it all at once, but it's kind of meant to be binged. It's meant to be like a 40-hour experience that you play over like a week or so. And I mean, I could do it. I stream about 30 hours a week, so I could conceivably do it. But it's like, I would just get tired of that. I don't know why. Like, it's not that it's a bad game, but like, just to like be like, okay, I'm coming home from work and I'm gonna play God of War for the 4th time this week. Like, I don't know. I just would not enjoy that. Nothing against the game. It becomes more of a time commitment at that point. It's like, okay, we're, you know, 30 hours into the game and on this quest or whatever. And it's like, didn't I just play this game last night? But then again, I'm kind of a hypocrite with that because I did play Sonic Frontiers for like 8 straight streams or whatever and basically played that till I beat it and played it for a couple hours at a time, but also was a different game because I'm so committed to Sonic. Like, it just was, and it's not as long as those games. I think it took me like 30 hours to beat the game, but I also kind of fudged it. I kind of took my time, and most people I know beat the game in like 15 to 16 hours. That's just the main campaign. It really is. Sonic is my Kingdom Hearts, which is another game that I have not found the time to play. I played it so long ago. I'm still somewhere in the first third of the original Kingdom Hearts, and I want to get to the second game because I hear the second game's like the best one. And then I hear the third one kind of sucks, but I still want to play the third one too. Because I heard about that damn third game for like 10 years, knowing Jeffichu. I was like, okay, when are they going to put this damn thing out? And then it came out and nobody talked about it. And I'm like, you guys were waiting for this game since I was waiting for like Sonic Mania. Like, you guys were waiting for this game your whole lives, and now you're just like, whatever. It's like, what? But I digress. I've never seen a game, and I've said this to Jeff too, like a game the stature of Kingdom Hearts 3. It's not like some random series. It's not like, I know like people compare it to like, well, I don't know who compares it, but I think of it like, I think of it as Shenmue, which is not a series a lot of people know, but Shenmue had a huge gap between 2 and 3. And I think of that with Kingdom Hearts, but the thing is, Kingdom Hearts is not some unknown series. Like, Kingdom Hearts was huge for the first 2 games, and I've never seen a series have such a successful first 2 games, and then take, what was it, like 12 years, 13 years to make the next one? Like, that to me was just confused the hell out of me. Now, I know that's because they made all the spin-off ones, and the other ones, the card game, and all the ones in between, but it's like, I've never seen 2 games come out that close together, and then the third one comes out like 15 years later in the same franchise. And it's not like an obscure franchise. It's not like Bubsy or something. Like, it's a game that, you know, was on track. It should have had a third episode in like 2007. Like, Kingdom Hearts 3 should have come out in like 2007, 2008 or something, like 4 years after the second one. I mean, again, I'm sure they had their reasons, but, well, that's the thing. A lot of people, like, the expectations were so high because it took so long, and because every other game was pretty good from what I understand, like the Dream Distance Drop or whatever. Like, the spin-offs and the prequels were all pretty good, so it's like, okay, the third one's got to be, like, really good. It's like, instead of making all those prequels and spin-offs, they should have just made the third one and just put a lot of time into that. I'm not saying they didn't put a lot of time into it, but I haven't played it. To me, what I've seen other people play of it, it looks the exact same as the other 2 games, so I don't know what the problem is. Like, if you like the first 2 games, I feel like you would like the third one. But again, I've never seen that, where a series of that magnitude takes that long of a hiatus. It is not because of, like, development issues, because they're still making other games. It's not like the company broke up or something. It was just like they just were taking their sweet-ass time in that third one. It was like almost like something to dangle over fans' heads. I'm like, it just seemed weird to me. And it's Square Enix, too, who's a really well-managed company, with the exception of Balan Wonderworld, we don't talk about. I mean, that's like their bread and butter, is like giant story-driven RPGs, whether it's Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts, or even some of their other games that are different. Disney stuff, they forgot the Square Enix. Yeah, see, I don't know. And again, I don't even understand the story so far, and one has a fairly simple story compared to the other ones. I mean, I'm not that I don't understand it at all, but I'm just not like, I don't know, I'm not that attached to the story right now where I'm like, oh man, they better do this story right. At this point, I'm still trying to figure out the damn controls and how not to get lost. That's me in most games. Plus, I mean, from what I saw of Kingdom Hearts 3, I like that they included, I think there's like a Frozen world and Toy Story world, which those are 2 of my favorite things that they could have done. Those just are very good for video games, so, I mean, how bad could it be? I don't know if Monsters, Inc. is in the game, but I feel like the Pixar stuff would really liven it up. Maybe there's even going to be Star Wars stuff in a future one, or Marvel stuff. I have no idea. I'm just spitballing here, but there's still a lot of opportunities they could do with Disney stuff that they haven't even done yet, and they've done a lot. Yeah, I like Kingdom Hearts. I still have that collection of the first 2 games I want to get back to. Eventually. I think I'm on the Nightmare Before Christmas world right now, which, honestly, I did not know that was in the game. I knew Nightmare Before Christmas was Disney, but I thought maybe that would be, like, in the second game or something. It seemed like more of an obscure one. I didn't think it would be in the first game already. I knew Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and Lion King and all that would be in it. And the Aladdin levels are pretty good. The Tarzan levels I really haven't liked that much. And there's, like, been a little bit of Pinocchio. Those little space shooter levels I'm not a big fan of. The gummy ship or whatever. I mean, I get it's supposed to be, like, whimsical, but they actually come off as more annoying. Still not as bad as the Sonic Frontier shooter levels, but that's another story. Yeah, I'm really rambling today. Talking about a game that I haven't played in probably over a year. In fact, it always surprises me when I reboot a game like that, like Nier Automata, or really any of the Nier games, or Bayonetta, and I'll reboot it. It'll say the date of my last save, and it'll be like, you last saved this game November of 2022, and I'm like, really? Was that long ago? Like, it seems like I stream these games, like, every month. But then there's some games that I just don't play for, like, 9 or 10 months. And I'm like, well, no wonder I don't remember the story. Okay. Do that. That's literally me every time I start up Nier Replicant. I'm like, okay, Nier Replicant, I haven't played this one since March of 2021. Like, no, that's impossible. It's impossible because I got the game at the end of 2021, so... That's a joke, but it's like, how do I go like a year or more without even like, there's games in my collection. It's not even like they're buried, they're right here. You know, sometimes you forget about a game because it's not, like, on your menu or whatever, but, like, Nier Replicant's on my main menu on my PlayStation 4. I keep seeing it. I'm like, oh, I gotta get back to that. But I digress. Someday. Maybe I'll do a couple Twitter polls in the future. Like, what games that I haven't touched in a while would you want me to bring back? Maybe, like, Kingdom Hearts, Nier Replicant. Maybe I'll do an all Square Enix thing, you know, where they're all Square Enix. Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's another one. There's actually, yeah, I could do it with those 3 alone. Those are 3 games. Replicant, Kingdom Hearts, and Final Fantasy VII Remake. I could bring any of those back, and that would be a Square Enix return. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to do it. It could be a cool idea. Maybe, like, once a month I'll do a poll about something. Like a poll where you guys pick the stream. I did that for 4th of July. Maybe in August it'll be Square Enix games. You know, not for a holiday, just because. It'll be like a just because thing. Which, honestly, is why I stream most of the time. It's like, why do you stream? I don't know, just because. You know, obviously I have my Retromanias, but, you know, random Wednesday in July. Why did I stream? I don't know. I was bored. You know, and then sometimes I stream for an hour and a half. Sometimes I stream for 2 or 3 hours. It doesn't really, there's no set thing. It kind of just depends on how much I'm enjoying the game, how much people are enjoying the game, how much I'm enjoying the people. Just like with the mall tour, you know, it's about the people. People are like, why do you keep doing this? It's like, well, I could do a number of things, but it's really because I enjoy the people I do it with, or for, or to. Now, the mall tours would have been fine if I was just doing them myself, but I mean, what made them special is that, you know, I had all these different people from, you know, different backgrounds and different facets of my life that were, in one facet or another, involved with going on a mall tour. So I always thought that was pretty cool. Kingdom Hearts, you have 3 generation kids who all should, but not giving. I'll have to read that comment in a bit, because that seems like a really poignant comment. With 3 generations of 3 kids, you pretty much fail. Really? I mean, I knew that the games take place across sort of a long period of time. I didn't know it was that long. Now, that makes it almost even sadder. Like, I know the games have a bit of a sad undertone to them, despite their whimsical Disney appearance. But, that is kind of sad that they, you know, fail to save the people they love, and they have to keep trying again and again. And, you know, I mean, it's kind of inspirational in a way that they're, you know, moving on and not letting that define them, but still. It's fairly deep for a Disney. I know it's not really a full Disney game, but Disney's involved, obviously. Kaboom. Oh, this guy's tough. Ooh, that's... Yep, okay, we got 3 of that one. Whoa, okay. Where are all the hazards that are usually in this stage? Like, I need some stage hazards to kind of help me out here. Watch out. This guy's like a rock. Freaking Max, whatever his name is. Like, you can hit him a bunch of times, but he'll just run right through you. There's like no like fallback or anything, except for your special, which I'm about to do. Like, you can damage him with that, but even then, he gets up pretty quick. Like, very little staggers him, is what I'm trying to say. But I do enjoy Let's Get Retroactive. might be something I do, like as a reward, like the week before Retro, I'll have that as like something where I just play a voice clip or something. I mean, I've got so much stuff. Like, I don't even have to make it. Like, it already exists. Like, different clips from my streams or different voice clips. It's all there for me. But then again, you know, the trade-off is how many things do I want to put into my stream and overload it? As it is, we've already had some issues with that. Fingers crossed, it hasn't been too bad lately, but I think even the files just being there, even if I'm not using them, I think having so many video files in my stream, even if they're inactive, I think they're still bogging things down sometimes. I think that's why we get issues. Even if I'm not firing them all off. I've got like probably 3 or 4 folders here. You can't see my setup, but I've got a bunch of folders here for like possible video clips I could play and all that stuff. I mean, all those rewards, my Stream Deck's got like 3 or 4 pages of options on it. I don't use most of them, but they're still in there. They're still stored. I don't know how much RAM that takes to just have it there, but it's got to be something. I think Sora says it best. They can take your world, they can take your heart. It seems like a weird thing for Sora to say. Sora is usually like, hey, let's go fishing, guys. And speaking of video graphics, pretty much the only one I've needed this stream. It's the Mall Tour of America. Speaking of people who like to redeem these reward things, where's Rem today? I assume also in the proverbial New Hampshire. But yeah, I'm happy to say the Mall Tour of America really did live up to the hype. I mean, obviously I've been promoting it for over a month and a half now, and it's already happened and I'm still promoting it, but... Ooh, piece of candy. Alright, we got Big Mac here. Joining the action. Take a pause for a bit here. Today's candy sponsor, we got Swedish Fish, or as they call them in Sweden, fish. Specifically, blue raspberry lemonade. Yes, they make a whole bag of just that one flavor. Not bad. Doesn't sound like it'd be great, but good mix of flavors. I enjoy Swedish Fish, but not so much the red ones. I like the different flavors. I like the ones they call fish tails, where they have different flavors for the head and the tail. Just for that extra variety. Ich kann den Zucker schmecken. I can taste the sugar. Whoa, watch out. Es gibt viel Zucker in dieser Süßigkeiten. There's a lot of sugar in this candy. Vielleicht. There's the whip chick right there. Oh, jeez. All right. I do enjoy shocking myself with my own freaking attack. Heyo! And then we also have the more long-winded heyo! Ooh. Strassen von Agat? I know that's like anger. I'm trying to think of rage. I know it's Strassen. Strassen der Veragen. Freaking Wutend? Wutend is like angry. I only know a few words for angry. I don't necessarily know rage. It's probably just rage. It's probably just Rage. Wahrscheinlich. Ich weiß nicht, wie man dieses Titel genau so gesagt wird. Wow, that was a messed up fucking sentence. My German is hit or miss as it is, especially when I'm like focusing on a game at the same time. Very close, I'll take it. I know it's Strassen der something. Strassen der something. It could be Strife. Like, I don't know, that's more like fighting. Like chaos or unrest, Strife. There's really a lot of synonyms you could use. I just don't know which one you're going to go with. Or there could just be a word in German that's just literally Rage. Why is this guy in the level? Oh, here we go. God damn it. Hold on. I do want to read this. Shit. Oh, I'm dead. No, I'm not dead. Holy shit. How am I not dead? Alright, I gotta try and get to a health thing before these guys catch up to me. Fuck. Whew. Alright, that'll give me a little health. Shit. Woo! I did not think I was going to survive that. Rage is a word we also use in German. Wut Aga or Zorn. Oh, I like Zorn. I can use Zorn? Z-O-R-N. I am absolutely using that. Zorn sounds like a freaking, like, mega boss from, like, some kind of medieval type of game. Like, the Revenge of Zorn. I'm absolutely using me some Zorn. Dieses Wort hat mir sehr gefallen. Ja. Ich finde das Wort angenehm. Ich benutze dieses Wort Zorn. Es klingt sehr böse. So böse. God damn it. After all that, barely hanging on to win, I'm gonna get my ass kicked right now. Yep, she gone. Now ich fühle mich Zorn. I feel rage. Yeah, no, we're using Zorn. I don't even care. Hopefully I'm using it right, but I'm using it. Ich brauche mehr Wörter wie Zorn. Ich fühle mich zornig. Oh, yes. I like that even better. Ich fühle mich zornig. Obwohl fühle ich nicht so zornig, weil dieses Wort mir glücklich gemacht hat. The fuck did I just say? I don't know. More Butcher German right after this. Oh, do I have a new star move? Oh, I do. Oh, I could try a triple Townshend. Because this word, yeah, exactly. I don't know if I said it right, though. Like, that was what I was going for, but I don't know. I think I just said the words in the wrong order. That happens a lot, where it's like, I know all the words, but... Nah, you did, thanks. I was pretty sure. Yeah. Ich bin mir sicher, ich habe diese Worte falsch gesagt. Aber du hast mir trotzdem verstanden. I said it right? How the hell did I say it right? Was ist passiert? Ich bin überraschend. Vielleicht konzentriere ich mich so viel auf dem Spiel. I couldn't finish it. I thought I had a sentence there, and then I just stopped. My brain just said, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? It really does. Where is it? I know which one you're talking about. I dropped it. Yeah, I love that weapon. Es sieht wie einen großen Q-tip aus. Damage up. Yeah, we'll do some damage up. When in doubt, damage up. Hey, yo. Come on now. Weapon is like Waffe, right? V-A-F-F-E. Huh. I do enjoy that guitar sliding move. Whee! What is slide is Russian, right? R-U-T-C-H-E-N. Ich habe mit meiner Gitarre gerusht. Although I don't know who says I slid with my guitar to begin with. Oh, fuck. What the fuck is gun? Is it just Glock? I know a Glock is a type of gun. Zum Glück habe meine Feinde nicht, or kinda, they don't have guns in this game. Now, so they have a few, but sie haben ein paar Glocke, aber nicht viele Glocke. Also Waffe, Schusswaffe, which is like, what's that, like a, not a throwing weapon, because it's not a something you throw. I mean, you could throw it, but I guess we'll find out right after this. Shooting gun. I do enjoy shooting gun, as opposed to looking at gun. Display gun. It's just for display purposes. You just look at it. Really appreciate that enemy standing still and just letting me hit him mindlessly. I enjoy learning all these new words about violence. Gewalt. I think. Gewalt? Isn't that violence? Brawl. Ooh. I know Kampfa is like fight. Krieg. Okay, the letter C, that's not it. Krieg is like a war or something. Okay, a bunch of Chaos Blur logos. And it's not helping me at all, Toaster. Das hilft mir gar nicht. Although that is a nice little logo. Okay, brawl, blah, 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 blah. It's probably something I'm not going to get. Because I only know a few words for fight. I know, well, I keep saying Strife. That's got to be good for something. I think that's more like a shouting argument. Or is that Streite? The Strife, Streiten, Schlagen is like hitting. It's just brawl, isn't it? It's just brawl. It's den brawl. Alright, whatever that other one is, that's not one of my emotes, but it's an interesting looking one. Toaster's just intermittently here in the stream right now. That's just immer einfacher als ich denke. Fast immer. Schlagerei. Okay, I was not going to get that. I admit it is easier than I was thinking, but I was not going to get Schlägerei. I get it. It's like a hitting fest or something. Well, Schlagen is to hit, right? I know, but that's not to brawl. That's just to hit. Because you can say Schlagen to mean other things, or other things in that category. Strike, to hit. I think, well, Vorschlagen is to suggest, which I always found that kind of weird that those words are somehow related. But they're really not. Kampfen. Yes, Kampfen, because that's to fight. Or Kämpfen. I always got to mind that A there with the accent over it. Okay, I might have gone a little too far with the special moves here. Okay, so what was the word again? Schlagerei. Super Smash Brothers Schlagerei. See, I like learning these new words. I hope I can remember them. You might have to, like, quiz me on them at a future stream. I knew that was coming. I knew that was freaking coming. Bobby Deadass B. Why did you need to highlight that? Like, you're one of the only people in the stream to begin with, so we were going to see it. Really didn't highlight much. Melee. What was the other word? Kämpfen? Was it Kämpferei? I'm trying to find patterns. There usually aren't any. It's probably just melee, because melee sounds like a French word to begin with. It sounds like a word that has another language origin, in which case it would just translate back to melee or something similar. Damage dealt at 30%. Damage dealt plus 15%. I'll do that. Same as close combat. Nahekampf? I honestly don't know. In case you were curious, I don't learn about fighting a lot in German. Nahkampf. Ah, damn, I was so freaking close. Ich war in der Nähe von dieser Bedeutung. I was in the neighborhood. I actually love the word nah. It's just like, where are you? Nah. Like, I'm close. Nah. Oh, the Nähe. Meine Nachbarn. Meine Nachbarn ist in der Nähe. I have no idea what I'm saying right now. More confusing words right after this. Oh, there we go. Talk about your electric guitar. Hey. Let's go. Said that's basically what I said. I said my neighbor is close. I don't know why. I just said it. I just put a couple words together because I always like words that sound like, not that they sound similar, but, well, they are similar, but that's what I mean. Like, the fact that your word for neighbor is close to your word for close, like, that makes sense. You know, meine Nachbarn leben neben mir. Like, they live next to me. Like, that to me makes sense. Golden Knife. Toxic Blitz. You said the plural for neighbors. You know what? I'm sorry, okay? Es tut mir leid. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. I actually kind of realized that at the time, although I think I was trying to say the feminine term. Nachbarn. With an I that I think I missed in there. Boomerang. Oh, I'm apologizing. There's always an apology needed. I'm just sorry I don't apologize more. You know, you can always apologize. You know, you can apologize too much, but you can never apologize enough. But that doesn't make any sense. That's not kind of thing. Das ist Quatsch, which is one of my favorite words. That and Zorn. Zorn has quickly moved its way up. It's like when I first learned the word Zeitpunkt. Like I'm just not going to forget that word now. Like, that was one I just learned and just stuck with me because it's such a cool word. Woo! Seems like some good combat. Problem is her health goes down too fast. Like, I like her moveset. She's very fast. She can combo off enemies quickly. Oh god, there's so many. Es gibt viele Worte. Anything with Zeit in general. Zeit, Zeitgeist, Zeitpunkt. Zukunft, which is future. A lot of Z. I like the Z words. Like Zorn. That's perfect. Zeal. Jetzt, which is not Z, but... Ich liebe jetzt. Weitweg, which is technically two words. Ich liebe Weitweg. I don't know why. There's no actual logical reason why. But just like these are words I learned early on, or maybe a little bit later, where I was just kind of like, and most of the words I learned I don't hate, but then there's like some that just like stick out to me, like where I'm just like, okay, that's a word. I need to be using that. Because I actually knew Zeitgeist. That's actually an English word, but it has a slightly different meaning, but it's still relevant. Schadenfreude, which is another English-rooted word. Well, not, it's German-rooted, but we also use it in English. God damn it. The edge. I mean, I still like Punkt in general, but Zeitpunkt, you put those together, forget about it. That's awesome. Yeah, I need more Z words. They gotta be cool Z words. Alright, hell of a time, huh? That's what we're gonna have right now. But now
that you've really
thank you for picking a reward that was at least on the same page on my stream deck as the last couple.
Slow. MJ and I are gonna have
They're
a
still
hell of a
here,
time.
which I appreciate. I've not really heard them talk much, but other than a few, whatever you call it, emotes and rewards here and there. Not really getting great power-ups in this run either. And for the longest time I was saying immer noch wrong, but I probably still am. Oh geez, double team. Oh no, it's this is all one boss? So they have the same health bar. Oh, damn it, didn't hit the other one at all. Oh, wait, it is two different bosses. Mona's the main boss, the other one just has their own health bar. Gotta roll with it, I guess. Man gewohnt sich daran. Then I got ones that are kind of like favorite phrases, like Nichtwa. Nichtwa? Like, I don't really like either word on their own, but like put together, it's, I don't know, I like that. I like that combo. God damn. Crap. I'm dead, aren't I? Yep. That was one where I actually was paying attention, and I'm like, yep, I got a little too, I don't know what the word is, enthusiastic? Not good, you could say, just not Was not thinking ahead. Ich war nicht vorsichtig. Floyd's another one. He's actually like the opposite of Cherry, where like he does a lot of damage, but he's really slow, so he's easy to hit. Whereas Cherry's harder to hit, but when she gets hit, she takes a lot of damage. He has a higher defense, but he also gets hit a ton because he's a big walking wall, basically. But that's part of the game, is they all have their strengths and weaknesses, and I kind of like all of them for different reasons. Especially if I start doing damage ups with Floyd to make his attacks even more powerful, it might not even matter that I keep getting hit, because my enemies will just go down that much faster. More combat after this. Woo! That's a cool one. That's one of the moves I switched out. Yeah, you can actually unlock new moves for the characters. Some of them are fairly basic, but some of them actually change the gameplay a lot. Like that new side move I learned there. His blitz move. Oh, wow, that was a quick run. Took care of them pretty well. So who's excited for Retromania? I actually am. I think it's a little bit earlier than I originally wanted it. I was originally going to do it like in the middle of July, and now I'm doing it this Saturday, which is more early July. But at the same time, I've been kind of taking it easy with the Retromanias, and I already had an idea that was mostly done. It was just a matter of putting the finishing touches on it, so I'm ready. I wouldn't do it if I wasn't ready, but like I'm excited about it now. It's more about like just being excited than being ready. I'm already ready. The only thing that could stop me now is random technological glitches that I can't stop. So let those words linger. I'm sure that comment won't age well in a few days. You had one job to do, not break. Talking to my computer, of course. Sometimes that is asking for a lot. Yeah, see how much damage he does? He did like 2 hits and he killed both those enemies. Woo! Guess I just let him stand there and take that freaking fireball. Fireball. Ding, 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 ding. Ba-dum, boom, boom, boom. Boo, 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 boo. Ba-doo, boo, boo, boo. Oh, watch out. Woo! That's gonna leave a mark. Ooh, watch out. I'm standing right where a bunch of fireballs are gonna land, and I am not a fast guy. Look at me walking like, oh, here I go, better get out of the way. Don't know if anybody here other than Toaster watched Sonic Prime, the Netflix series, but they got new episodes coming out, I think, next Thursday or something. I think it's the 13th or something. I'm excited about it. I've actually been rewatching Season 1 to kind of catch up. Not that I already saw Season 1, but it was a while ago. But I digress. Woo! I love that music. Such like generic, like Russian wrestling, boxing music. It's like, today we fight. Ooh, that was a nice series of punches right there. I'm not even Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. Ooh, that was a nasty move. Look at how much health I've used, though, expending that. Oh, we got another vote for that Mall Tour of America graphic. Checking that out. Just the day after America Day, which was, of course, 4th of July, where I had the release of the extended cuts of Mall of America. So if you didn't get enough Mall of America back on June 25th, spoilers, there's still more Mall of America action to come on the YouTube channel, but getting to release all 3 days as their own separate video is a pretty cool idea as well, so I'm glad I did that. If anybody, for whatever reason, didn't get enough of the Mall Tour adventure in the hour change form it was in, as I go to my first boss fight as Floyd, you can certainly, you're more than welcome to go check those out on YouTube at Bowie Productions. The Mall Tour series finale, 3 amazing parts featuring my friend John Lee and I exploring the largest mall in America, and it was quite an amazing experience. I would say more after this, but there won't be more after that, because that was the finale. What a finale it was. It's hard, you know, like, and I mean, not like this was a real TV show, but like, I definitely can sympathize with people who like make a TV show that lasts a while and they gotta come up with like a good ending. Like, that was me with the Mall Tour. It's like, how do I end this thing that's going on seemingly infinitely? I mean, it wasn't infinitely, but like, there was no real ending. It was kind of closed-ended or open-ended, like. So I'm like, obviously the most natural way is you go to the biggest mall. You've already been to all the other malls, go to like a really big mall. So like, yeah, that's the biggest one you can go to. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a good episode just because it's a big mall. So it's also a matter of having the right people and the right circumstances to really make it, still be a worthy successor to those other mall tours and still be a new thing. I'm very, touchy about that stuff. Like, I don't want to just be like Sega, just re-release the same content just in a different wrapper, as I do my 57th Retromania. But, like, even with those, I try to make them different every time, so that there's references to the past, but it's not like just we're doing it again. It's like a new thing, if that makes sense. It's still the same thing. I mean, there's only so many ways I can repackage the same thing and have it seem different. I mean, you guys know that. That's any stream. That's any, content creator has to struggle with that. How do I keep my content fresh while not going completely outside of what I do and kind of alienate the people who like what I do? Like, I don't want to be like, we're going to completely change now. This is going to be a graphic novel channel where we just, like, do long graphic novel games or something. Like, no, that's not going to happen. I might change up the game style once in a while, but it's still going to be what it is. A heavy focus on retro type of titles with, some bigger titles and racing games. But generally, well, I don't know. I think I go outside my comfort zone a decent amount for somebody who's so set in their ways. So then am I really set in my ways? That's the philosophical question. That was a really short run of enemies. Not that I'm complaining, but that's what I mean about it being kind of random. Like, sometimes it's a really, it's a really long wave of enemies, sometimes not so much. Alright, we got an ally here. I'm going to take this mop with me. You're coming with me, mop. We're going to go mop up the floor with some more enemies right now. Level 6. I think they're making, sort of, I don't know if it's the same thing, but they're making something similar to this in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game that came out last year, Shredder's Revenge. I forget what it's called, but I think it's going to be a similar new mode where it'll be like an enemy rush or something. If it's anything like this, I'll gladly include it on the channel. I'm going to test it out regardless. I don't know when that comes out. It might be fall. So, like, even games that I've already enjoyed playing are getting DLCs. Of course, the one I'm most looking forward to is the third DLC for Sonic Frontiers, which is going to be this fall or winter or something. Also got Sonic Superstars. So even this year, we got some new Sonic stuff coming out. Now, I don't seem as excited about it. I guess it's like kind of have the opposite problem that I had a couple years ago, where it's like, where's all the Sonic stuff? Now it's like there's Sonic stuff every month, which I love. I mean, they even had that Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog game, which was surprisingly decent. That's sort of like an April Fool's thing. For a free game, that was really good. I don't know how much involvement the main Sega team had in it. It seemed like it was mostly a fan-made thing with Sega's approval, but still really good. And we're actually going to check out this weekend, most likely, probably Sunday, if not Monday, which I know isn't the weekend, but we're going to check out a Sonic fan game called Sonic Venture, which is available on the, well, not free, but the platform, the game creator game called Dreams on PS4, PS5. It's a really good Sonic game. It's a really good attempt to make a new Sonic Adventure, I think. And I don't say that lightly, because I've played some quote-unquote Sonic Adventure 3s where I'm like, okay, it's kind of just trying to be Sonic Adventure again, but like a kind of a weaker one. But this feels like, this feels really good. I look forward to checking that out. I mean, I've already checked it out, but I look forward to showing it off on the channel. I don't know if there's more to do. I went through a good number of levels the other night. I was just going to play it for like a few minutes. I ended up playing it for like an hour and a half. Like, that's how addictive it got. Where I'm like, holy crap, these controls are really good. The level designs are really good, and they encourage you to explore, which is something Sonic games have needed for a long time. Ironically, even the open world Sonic Frontiers, I don't think does enough with exploration, and that's the whole point of the game. But I digress. Alright, what is this? The Golden Pipe. Damage taken -12. I keep getting those, but they don't really do a lot. Like, I don't think I've ever had my life saved by having the defense up, but we'll see. Guess I wouldn't really realize it. More right now. Ooh, lasers. That could work to my advantage or not. Oh, great, it's Floyd. My own worst enemy, myself. First I'm gonna hit him with a laser, see how he likes that. Then we got these guys with the tasers. Oh, shoot, that's gonna catch fire. Ooh, alright, alright. Whoa, alright, there we go. Well, sometimes these things benefit you. Woo! Alright, I just lasered myself in the face. Oh, shoot. Hoping that laser in the middle was going to go on. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's almost dead. I've, like, barely had to hit him. The laser just literally did all my work for me. I can appreciate that. It's kind of like mini golf, where you didn't feel like you really did anything because the obstacles kind of knocked the ball in. That's kind of how I felt on the Moose Mountain Adventure mini golf that I did at Mall of America. Let's do a toxic special. That was a pretty enjoyable little boss fight, huh? That's a fun little ditty. How far am I into this? And this is like, oh, okay, it's level 9. I thought it was level 12 or 13. Sometimes these things just roll right by. I don't even notice it. More predictable rounds of combat right now. Oh, geez, the whip guy. Oh, how I loathe the whip guy. I was gonna say, stay down, whip guy. Don't you dare use that whip on me. I'm not having it. Yeah. Yeah! Got way too much joy out of that. It's worth it, though. Like, you know, people annoy me here. Got electricity all over the field. Just trying to finish these guys off. Oh, another whip guy. When they said whip it good, that's not what they meant. Woo! Blow 'em away. Woo! Whip guy. Woo! That's a combo. 103 hit combo. How many points is that going to be worth? 1,000. I actually thought it'd be worth more than that. Trophy earned. Combo master. All right, I'll take it. An actual trophy, not one of the BS ones that Toaster throws me. Probably playing the game all of a sudden and I get a message on my PlayStation that says, you suck. I'm like, that's not a real achievement. I didn't remember saying that. The way they programmed that into the game. That was a real one. I'm 90% sure. Well, if you guys wanted to confuse me more, you'd put a few real ones in there and then put the fake one in there, and I'd be like, wait, what? Oh, this guy again. Mr. Y or Mr. X or Mr. I give up. Jeez, he really loves his grenades, huh? Watch out. Now, he has a gun. So there are some enemies that have guns in this. Not just guns, but like rocket launchers and really powerful things. There's really no in between. Oofa. Watch out. Problem with these balls that move around is, like, anything makes them move. Like, they hurt everybody. But this one, actually, this field is fairly easy because it's got a number of recovery items as well. Ooh, see, that's going to hurt them between the balls going around and everything else. Oh, here we go. Balls. Watch out. Oh, she stood right on that. I did not think she would do that. Oh, shoot. Watch out. Shoot. Woo! Alright, doing alright so far, but this can turn in a hurry. You could have like a really good round like that, and then the next one could just completely bury you. We'll find out what happens right now. Alright, here we go. But yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good day and enjoying this Streets of Rage madness. Kind of a double rage there by saying madness and that and a world like that. But I digress. Whoa, watch out. Say, let my ally beat his thug up pretty good there. Whoa, watch out. Hey, nobody beats up my invisible ally. Picking on my imaginary friend, I don't think so. No, I haven't seen Randy in a few streams. Maybe I have. It's just been so short I don't remember it. 'Cause I've done some long streams lately. But no, I definitely did not see Randy yesterday. I was going to wish him a happy 4th. Guess I can wish him a happy 5th. We need more, like, you know, numbered holidays to kind of liven things up, you know? There's too many days that aren't holidays. We need, like, September 2nd. The 2nd of September. Like, that needs to be a holiday. Just because. 3rd of August. You know, like, we need a pattern. There should be one day a month that's a holiday. That doesn't have to be in the first week. It could be 26th of June. Why is that a holiday? I don't know. It just is. I don't even know what you do on it, but it's just the novelty that, like, any number day could be it. I mean, yeah, I get the 4th of July has a reason, but I'm just saying. Like, how we've gotten this far, we only have this many holidays. I feel like there's only really 4 or 5 major holidays a year. There's still other holidays, but, you know, as far as holidays that I actually acknowledge and do something more than just nothing on, you know, Easter, 4th of July to a degree, Labor Day to a degree, Halloween's a bigger one for me, Thanksgiving, Christmas, obviously. I mean, that's still only like 5. Like, I only said 5 days, and some of those I don't even really take that seriously. I don't count Labor Day. I mean, yeah, Labor Day I might go out for a cookout or something, but it's kind of redundant, too. We have like 3 or 4 that you could consider cookout days, like Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day. They're all within like a few months, and they're all kind of the same idea. And you could technically do that like any day during the summer. You could have like a weekend cookout. Like, it's not, I mean, it's an excuse to have one, but it's not like a, you know, I don't know. I just feel like holidays could be a little more creative at this point. You know, Halloween I will give it to, and I'm not, you know, Halloween I have these mixed feelings on, but like, at least Halloween has its own feel. It has its own thing. It's not a cookout. It's not a Christmas thing. It's completely different. Thanksgiving to me it's a little better than most holidays, but it's still just a dinner. It's just kind of a wrapped up dinner with like a reason behind it. Like, just because you add a reason to a cookout or a dinner does not make it any better than what it is, a dinner. Like, that's all it is. It's a glorified dinner. It's just like the biggest dinner, but it's basically just food day. I mean, then again, it's better than Valentine's Day, which is basically just Heart Day. It's just a day to give out hearts for no particular reason. Well, I guess, again, there's a reason. This is just my rant. Anyone feel free to jump in anytime. Do we need more holidays, less holidays? What do you think? Like, a holiday can range. Like, it doesn't have to be this huge, massive event. A holiday can be something really simple and quick, but still, it gives you kind of a breather. I guess that's just the old man in me speaking. Like, sometimes I just need a breather. Not even necessarily a holiday, but it's a day that's acknowledged by many people. 'Cause, I mean, today could be a holiday, and I'm just kind of chilling around, but it's not an official holiday. Any day could be a holiday in your life if you choose. I'm not sure who that was directed towards, but it felt inspirational to me, so I said it. And I'd say it again, but probably only one more time. One more time. Ooh, enemies. Ouch. Whoa, ouch. See what I mean? My health is like way down now. Watch out. Oh, jeez. I think that killed me. Yep. Look how fast that was. That was like a 10-second round. Like, I went from like, oh, I mean, I didn't think I was going to go that much further. I usually make it to like level 13. I have no idea how I made it to level 21 in one of them. Oh, I got his alternate star move, Thunderdome. Wasn't that a James Bond movie? Pretty sure it was. Thunderdome. Maybe it was something else. It was like Fire Dome. It was some dome. Oh, so I've got all his different moves unlocked. All right. I didn't realize I played as Adam that often. I don't really have like a favorite character. Like I said, they all have their things I enjoy about them, but they're not like... There's not one where I'm like, oh, I gotta play as him. Like, Shiva's actually fairly broken, but I haven't really learned all the strategies as Shiva. Shiva's a newer character, newer-ish to the series. Not new to the series, but new as far as being playable. I don't know how many Streets of Rage fans we actually have in the crowd that know these characters beyond their appearance on this game, but a lot of these characters have appeared for at least 2 or 3 games, if not more. Axel and Blaze being the originals. And I think Adam was in the first one as well, then didn't appear in the second one, but appeared in the third one. Now we're back in this place again, the place I died last time. Give me some traumatic flashbacks. More traumatic. More trauma after this. More traumata. More traumata. Sounds like an Italian phrase. What's with all the traumata, eh? I told you to have some bachata bread. Why are you having so much traumata instead? That is not what I wanted you to have. Woo! I do like how complex the combos can get in this game. Kind of the fun of it. Like, I really can. Like, at first I was like, am I going to want to play a fighting game for more than like an hour? And then I'm like, you know what? I don't even notice it. Like, I just get really addicted to the game, and next thing I know, like, an hour has passed, and it's just kind of a good opportunity to chat with everybody, which honestly is what most of these are anyway. But obviously, if anyone wants to chime in, they're more than welcome to. We know Toaster's always had his hands full with things to say. We'll all have plenty of time to talk and chill when Retromania comes around. That's probably my favorite part. I mean, obviously, I like the retro games, but I like getting to just kind of chill. And it's a stream that I know is going to be longer by design. Like, I'm not trying to make it 10 hours or anything, but it's a stream that I know is going to be a longer stream, so I'm prepared for it. I'm, set up for it. Sometimes they move a little faster. I feel like I'm still just a rat in a cage. Exactly. Wait, what? All right. What's up, Bex? I don't think I changed. Oh, you stop beating me up for 2 seconds. Thank you. I was gonna say, I don't think I changed your intro from yesterday. But you'll be happy that I learned a new word today, thanks to Big Mac. Ich habe ein neues Wort gelernt. And that word is Zorn. Or piece of candy, but the real word is Zorn. The word of the day is Zorn. As in, ich liebe das Wort Zorn. Zorn. And if it's wrong, you can blame Big Mac. I do enjoy Zorn. Just sounds like a freaking medieval villain from like Dungeons and Dragons. What's Zorn? I thought you would know. From what I understand, it's a synonym for rage. Am I understanding that correctly? Watch out. Yeah, that's what he was saying too. So what is Zorn? Anger? Well, I couldn't find a direct translation. I know Wütend is angry, but I'll still take it. It's still Zorn. I mean, you can't mess with Zorn. That's just a cool freaking word. I summon the great spirit of Zorn to spite you all. Or smite you all. Either way, some word. Some grouping of lies. Electric special. Yeah. Well, it's time for another boss encounter. Who will it be now? Oh, it's Shiva. I was just talking about Shiva. Longest time did not know if this was a guy or a girl. It's a guy. But you would understand why I wasn't sure. Plus, the name Shiva could go either way. Shoot. How am I almost dead already? Hold on. I was gonna say, I haven't used his new move yet. Oh, that's a nice move. I'm glad I got to use it at least once before he died. Might have to use it again if this fight doesn't go my way soon. How did that not hit him? Shiva is pretty tough. Shiva was tough in Streets of Rage 3, though. Electric Heavy, Bloodthirst, Old School Rules. But healing items won't heal you. Exactly! And in 2D, which was the only way I knew the character, I never knew, because that's how he always looked. And of course, they don't talk. But when they made the new design for him in this game, it was a little more obvious that he's just a really buff dude. But in the original game, that's how he looked, and I'm always like, is that a dude or a chick? And the name was Shiva, and I'm like, that could go either way. Because isn't there a female character in Mortal Kombat named Shiva? Oh, I just jumped off the edge. Am I thinking of something else? They're not Brusta, they're Pecs, I think. He works out. Why the levels are always so much harder as Adam? Maybe it's because I play as Adam more often. Maybe it like actually knows that and adjusts it. Like if I play as like Floyd, they're pretty easy because I don't play as Floyd that much. Play as Adam though, and it's like freaking round 3 is hard. My ally has a giant fish he's hitting everybody with. Oh, no, we lost the fish. Oh, what happened? My ally died. Damn it. This fish is for you, random ally. Yes. Ich habe einen Fisch geworfen. And I'm happy about it. Get him. Alright. Make my... They're all kind of random power-ups that are more situational than anything. So, Bex, have you been playing any more Forza Horizon? I feel like I got you back into that game unintentionally. Not that you ever stopped playing it. In fact, I was actually watching one of my old mall tours. It would have been 2017, where one of my friends is playing whatever the current Forza was. It was at, like, the Microsoft store. It looked pretty good for 2017. I guess that would have been, like, Forza 3 or 4, but it looked really good. Had it on, and really? Well, that was quick. Just got tired of beating everybody? Wait 3 hours. That's what you said, yeah. That's why I thought you were back. You were back on the wagon, back on the Volkswagen, playing the game. Which, I mean, I'm still gonna. I don't think I'm gonna play it as long as you did, but I will play it more. Eventually. But yeah, we got Retromania coming up on Saturday. Hopefully everybody's excited about that. So if you like retro games like this, and this is technically a 2020 game, but if you like retro games, 110 hours in, unbeaten among friends, online usually. Damn, that's impressive online to your top 3, because, like, you know, online is like anybody, so, I mean, that's really good. After 110 hours, that's alright. It happens. Well, you know, you take breaks from it, where you maybe don't play it for a while. That's why, I mean, I wasn't surprised, but, like, you were still really good for someone who hadn't played the game in a while. But it's like riding a Ferrari, you never forget. Jeez. See, that's almost why I would keep playing. Like, if I was ever that good at the game, like, even, like, Smash Brothers, like, I'm not that good at it, so that's why I'm not as devoted to it. But, like, people who are really good at games like, that's something. You could go into, like, esports or something with that, with how many people play that game. I don't know how far you get, but it sounds like you get pretty far. Like, I don't know if there's, like, a European German division of esports for Forza. There probably is. And you'd be, like, among the top 10 at least. God damn, what the heck was that attack? See, I don't have a game like that. I've got games I play a lot, but I don't have a game that I'm, like, really good at. Kind of easy game, it's fun, and the races are a nice slow. Yeah, I will mention that. When I wasn't racing especially, just to drive around was kind of fun. It's also easy to get stuck on rocks, somehow. You had to flip your car over, which I guess is why they have that rewind button. So I'm finding out. But what kind of idiot would get stuck on a rock, really? Why does he just stand there? It's like the AI on my ally character is very dumb. I appreciate him helping out, but... Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Woo! I do enjoy that attack. I'm bad at mid-engage. Yeah, you really are very good. You were pretty good in Need for Speed Heat as well, although I was still starting out when I played you, but I probably still couldn't beat you now. You also had like a level 999 whatever, like the highest car in the game. I'm just like, I could run a perfect race and I'm still not going to win. I really thought that was going to do more damage. Oh, but I do have the rockets. How did the rocket not do more damage? Oh, got her. Forza 4 I've considered, because I think that's also free on there, but then I'd have to free up another, like, 100 gigs to play it. Which, I'll be honest, I'm at the point now in my Xbox Series S where I'm going to have to pretty much uninstall a giant game to put another giant game on there. Like, I basically have 4 giant games on there, because it's only like a 500 gigabyte hard drive. So it's like, all right, I've got 100 whatever on Forza Horizon. I've got, what's the other game? Mass Effect Trilogy is like 90 to 100. That's 2. And then I think I have like a third one, like Redfall or something that's like 80. Like, I've got like 3 or 4 games that are taking up like 70% of my storage. You know, and so if I want to install another one, I'm going to have to delete one of the big ones. GTA 5, that's another one that would take up a ton of storage. And, I mean, I'd play that in a passing interest. I mean, that's also been around forever. I've actually played it. I played it when it came out the first time on PS4 or whatever. Or was it PS3? I don't even know at this point. Well, I had an Xbox 360 then, so I would have played it on Xbox 360. Horizon 2 with 2 expansions. Yeah, it's so big. It's so, I mean, I get why it is, but like, and I don't even have the expansions. I thought about getting them, but then I'm like, I don't even know if I have space for them. I know you gotta buy them, but still. I mean, if I got really into the game, and I love the Hot Wheels idea, like, I would do that. And I think there's like that. The rally one I'm a little less interested in. I think that's just more off-road courses, but I mean, Hot Wheels, yeah, it's a really cool concept. Plus, I love the Hot Wheels Unleashed game. Oh, no, I get it. Like, at least that game I get. And I kind of get Mass Effect because it's like 3 big games or whatever. But then I had to get rid of the, what is it, Halo collection, which was the other one I was going to play. I had to get rid of it to make room for freaking Forza. And the same thing would happen if I tried to download Forza 4 or another huge game. Am I dead? No, I'm not dead. Somehow I'm not dead. Mass Effect. That's what I figured. That's why I kept Mass Effect. But I still haven't tried either one. I'm still sitting on both those collections, but they were free, so I also want to keep them in case they go not free at some point. Alright, what do we got? Damage up 10%. Not really that great. I still want to try Halo. I don't know how I've gotten this far in gaming and never played a Halo game, but then again, I didn't play Gears of War until more recently. You know, the so-called iconic Microsoft franchises, I've only played maybe 1 or 2. I just played Forza recently. Like, what's their big 3 franchises? Halo. I know they didn't make Mass Effect. Halo. Forza. What's the other one? There's another. Gears of War. So those are kind of their big 3, or at least they were. Honestly, I mean, Gears of War is just all right. Forza's really good. I'll give them Forza. I think it's better than Gran Turismo, which I also have limited experience with. Fable, but Fable's been out for kind of like a while, right? They haven't made a new Fable. Maybe I'm missing it, but I know that was a big release for them on the original Xbox. But that's not like a multi-entry like, you know, Halo there's been a bunch of, Gears of War there's been a bunch of, Forza obviously. They have the Forza regular series and then the Horizon spin-offs. New Fable coming. I mean, yeah, I'll still count that. Like, that's an RPG, so it's a different kind of game. So they have a big shooting game, they have a couple big shooting games. They've got a decent library. I just never play any of them, but they have it. I don't think they have their own fighting game. Like, I don't think there's like a big Microsoft-branded brawler or fighter. But then again, that's usually what Capcom's for. I feel like Capcom makes 90% of the fighting games now. It's been that way for a long time, other than Mortal Kombat. Which is not Midway anymore. I forget who makes them. The new Mortal Kombat. Is that EA? EA makes everything that's not like Capcom. Like, when did I wake up and there stopped being so many game companies? Like, there used to be a bunch of game companies. The only ones that have really survived, like Konami's still sort of around, but I don't really think of them as much. Square Enix is still around. To me, EA like ate a bunch of them. Like, EA is like everything now. EA used to just be sports. It used to be EA Sports. It's in the game. That's all we had. We had a couple other EA games. Now everything's EA or Activision. Well, Activision is owned by EA. Like, EA makes Need for Speed. EA makes, I don't know, some other things that EA makes. That, no, Ubisoft. Ubisoft makes Assassin's Creed. I don't know. I'm just talking to myself here. I just remember a lot more game companies. Midway. Midway was huge. Can't believe the company that made frickin' Mortal Kombat went out of business. The original company. I don't know if Konami went out of business, but I feel like they barely do anything anymore. Well, I guess they're behind the new Metal Gear Solid remake, but even that's still like a remake. It's not a new game. Ubisoft has 11? Like 11 new ones? Or I know they're going to remake some of the old ones. I mean, I'm sure at some point they'll get to 11 more, but what, are they making them all at the same time? always feel like games like Assassin's Creed or even like Halo, where it's like, it was big for the first couple games and they start making them like every other year. To me, it kind of loses the specialness. But again, I didn't play any of them, so I can't say. Maybe they're still all good. But I feel like the first 2 or 3 were like really talked about, and then since then it's like they're still good once in a while, but you make that many of anything. Like Call of Duty. Call of Duty hit fire a couple times and then they just kept making it. Which I don't blame the companies. In fact, I wish Sega did that. Sega makes a good game and then they just stop. They're like, well, we made one good game, we're good for 10 years. That's the other extreme. Downhill, really, then. Oh yeah, I'm sure they still sell well. Because the fan base is so rabid. That's why Ubisoft has 11 new ones planned. I'm sure there's a reason for that. If they were really bad, they wouldn't be making them again. I don't know, I'm just biased because I want my series that I want. Like, if, I'm complaining now, but if they made a new Crash Bandicoot every year, I would not be complaining. If they made a new Sonic every year, I would not be complaining. So, I mean, I get it. It just, to me, it just kind of, like, loses the specialness when a franchise just keeps going back and remakes and special editions and expansions are the same, or even different. Like, it was like an original idea probably the first time, and then, I don't even know if it's the same main character or whatever. Like I don't think it is. I think the original was like Ezio or something, and they had a big story about it, and now they're all like spin-offs, like, Rome or Egypt or the pirate one that I'm now just going to call the pirate one. Which, again, it's still a valid idea. I'm not saying it doesn't count, but it's gotten kind of far away from what it used to be. Like, they should just call it something else. But, they keep the Assassin's Creed name because obviously that's going to sell more than, like, Black Flag by itself. Hey, I remember the name of it. Like, if they just called the game Black Flag and it wasn't an Assassin's Creed game, would it sell? I don't know. It should if it's a good game. I have no idea why I wasted that attack. I got kind of caught up in the moment. I did not need to do that attack. I pretty much had that round without doing that. That's going to bite me in the butt. But what about Demented? Yeah, that's going to bite me in the butt. Yeah, original. Oh, okay, Altair. Who's Ezio? Is he the second one? 160 hours? That's ridiculous. I've only got a couple games, well, at least of recently, that I have over 100 hours in, and they're mostly like fighting games like Smash Brothers. And even then, it's over a long time. Second one, which is the trilogy. That's right. Because that's the thing, when they get to the end of these trilogies, I feel like they really kind of finished it, but then they just made more games because they wanted to. Like, with Halo, like Halo 3 was supposed to be the last one, and then they made like a spin-off, they made a Halo 4, they made a Halo 5, they made a Halo Your Mom, they made a bunch of them. Which again, if they're good, I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess that's another reason why I prefer like episodic platformers like Sonic and Crash, because it's like you could just make a million of those because there's really no big story. Like you could just keep having Robotnik come back a million times. It's not going to really affect the story at all. But for games that are more about story, it's kind of like, how do you keep bringing them back? Parts that take place in the current. That's what I thought. I thought it was like a simulation or something. Well, not a simulation, but maybe a simulation. Like it was like his ancestors, but then they were them. It was trippy. I watched like 10 or so years ago. One of my girlfriends had the second game, and it was like just really trippy. Oh shit. Oh, is that Robo X? What the hell's he doing here? That really is Robo X. Final boss of Streets of Rage 3. That was a little ridiculous. I don't regret it, though. Not saying I'm proud of it, but I don't regret it. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. More complaining about how games were better in my day, right after this. Oh, Jesus. Someday I might get, like, the Assassin's Creed games or some of the older, hits of the era in Retromania. Because that is an era that I was obviously alive for, and I just kind of ignored the games. Like Halo, Assassin's Creed, even Mass Effect. But I digress. hate that if you try to get a special item and you miss by like a foot, you end up throwing your item instead of just getting the special thing you wanted. Oh, this isn't even a boss fight. It just feels like one. It's just technically a regular round. Yep, because here come the enemies. Whoa, all right. Took it to him. More gunfire. Did I finally get him? These things are always a pain in the butt. Oh, jeez, they brought this guy back for this? I always hated these bosses. Yeah, I really like using that move. Woo! I wonder when they'll make a Forza Horizon 6. Well, I feel like Forza Horizon 5 just came out not that long ago. So, Streets of Rage, the original, is Sega. The first 3 games. This one has Sega's name on it, but I don't think Sega really had anything to do with this. I think they just licensed it to a group called .emu, who were a big group of Streets of Rage fans who, predictably enough, made a better Streets of Rage game than Sega did. But there hadn't been a Streets of Rage made by Sega since like '95. But yeah, the original was Sega. It was only on Genesis, which is why a lot of people didn't really know about it. It wasn't like an arcade game or anything. It could have been an arcade game. Horizon 6 will be a while. In October, the Forza Motorsport. Oh, that's right, the new Forza Motorsport. Forza. Oh, wow, they really spread themselves thin. Yeah, other Sega franchises that are like, you know, not Sonic but had a little bit of success were Streets of Rage. Well, I consider Vector Man a success. A lot of people don't know what that is. Golden Axe, which I think Golden Axe was an arcade for a brief time. We were actually talking about Afterburner earlier because I was talking about the movie Top Gun Maverick, which was really a good movie, by the way. I mean, I didn't get into Afterburner, but that was an arcade game in the 80s and 90s. Same with Space Harrier, but now I'm getting a little more obscure. Shining Force, which I never got into. Shining Force is an RPG, and a JRPG at that, but supposedly those are good games. I never got into them, because I'm not an RPG player. That's basically Sega's Final Fantasy, which obviously not as popular as Final Fantasy. Golden Axe. Really? I did not think they ported it to that. It's possible. They were, well, for our first Golden Axe game was like 88, I think. I mean, I actually did not, I was not a huge Golden Axe fan, but I know that was a big hit for them for a few years. And then there's Alex Kidd, who nobody knows, nor should they. It's a really lousy game. But that was Sonic before Sonic. That was Sega's big platformer for like 88 and 89. It was a terrible game. And a very boring character design, by the way. His name is Alex Kidd. He looks like a kid. I even played the remake hoping they would make the game better. They didn't. In fact, it felt kind of worse. Remember, Sega had a lot of problems with EA, so they often had to make their own versions of things. Like, they had their own branch of sports games because, like, EA Sports and Sega, like, had some big falling out, so there was no Madden on Dreamcast. There was no Madden on Saturn. I think there were Madden on Genesis, but that was it. But Sega made their own football games that were, like, just as good or better, which I always found funny. But for some reason, Sega and EA did not get along in the 90s. And yet, I don't care. Like, there are no EA games on the Dreamcast, believe it or not. And it doesn't affect it at all. Like, it's a freaking great console. Mainly because they also had the great Capcom exclusive games. I always considered Capcom like the second partner in the Dreamcast, because a lot of the exclusive games that weren't Sega were Capcom, and they were really good games, like Resident Evil Code Veronica, couple Mega Man titles, Power Stone. Probably why no FIFA. No, they didn't have FIFA, but they did have their own version of it, which I forget what it was called. But they had a football game with Sega making it, which I heard was pretty good. And it was with the official players. It wasn't like a knockoff. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's why, but Sega Sports actually was very successful. Also, one of the first online sports games was NFL 2K by Sega, but, you know, didn't hear from me. Oh, shoot, I'm dead. Oh, I'm hella dead. That wasn't one of those like, oh, what a cheap death. No, that was definitely death. I don't even know if Big Mac is still here. New enemies added. Oh, thank God. I was getting tired of those other enemies. Ooh, Estel. What does he call me? Played on the original Sega GT. That was actually a fairly big, not big, but that was a Dreamcast port, I believe. I think Sega GT was on Dreamcast as well, because Sega basically just ported most of their Dreamcast games to Xbox, most notably Shenmue 2, which it came out at the very end of Dreamcast and the very beginning of Xbox. The one that gets me pissed is Crazy Taxi 3, because I would have actually really loved Crazy Taxi 3, but it's only on original Xbox. By which I mean, it's only on original Xbox. It's not compatible on Xbox 360. So I'd have to buy an Xbox 360 or Xbox original to play it. It's a good game. It's not that good. There's a few games like that where I'm like, why are some of the Xbox games not compatible with Xbox 360? And why isn't that one of the 25 games Sega re-releases every 2 years? It's like there are some games I want them to re-release that they won't do. It's like we've played Streets of Rage 2 a million times. Release something else. Release Nights... Well, actually they did re-release Nights into Dreams, but it was only the one time. Yeah, Sega GT was alright. They also had Daytona USA, which was the more arcade version. They also had Sega Rally, which I don't understand the difference. They actually had like 3 or 4 games with Sega in the title. They really like saying Sega. Sega! They had Virtual Racer. Damn, they had a lot of racing games. I'm thinking of all the racing games that they had either had their name on it or they were involved with. Sega Rally, Sega GT, Virtual Racing, Outrun, which is more the arcade one. Daytona USA, which is more of a licensed one with Daytona. Obviously. I do enjoy Sega. Shinobi was another series they had, not a racing series, but that ninja platformer game was really good. At least until they tried to bring it back on the 3DS. It was actually a pretty decent game. Shinobi, I think it was like 2013 was the last one. Another series that they don't do enough with. Wow, that was actually another easy round. I think because I don't play as her much, it makes the rounds easier. I don't know why. That would matter. They're supposed to be randomly generated rounds. But I digress. Beck's here talking games with Chaos Blur. That's what it's all about. So, looking forward to Retromania 57. I keep forgetting what number it is. I keep wanting to say 58. It's 57. Retromania 57. This Saturday at 1 p.m. Which, in retrospect, I'm really glad I made it that day, because it turns out I'm working a lot after that. I'm like, well, I don't know when I'm going to have time, but I have time Saturday, so that works. I thought about doing it the 4th of July, but it just seemed like too much to manage at the same time. Gotta pace myself, you know? I'm a very busy, if not weird person. I'm busy being weird. That's kind of what I do. What, this person just standing there waiting for their shield to regenerate. That's cheap. Ooh, alright. So the next round of this, you get to pick my character. Which I don't even know if you know Streets of Rage characters. That should be fun. Disclaimer, I don't know how long this round's going to last. But when it's over, you can pick my next character. Alright, then there you go. I could beat Shiva. Guy with the big things. I think they even have his 2D model, too. That's an option. You can play as the 2D versions. That's a reference to the original Streets of Rage, where your special attack would be to have the police shoot a bunch of missiles. Woo! Wow, that seemed a little much. Hey, yo. Who else do they have in this game? They have almost everybody. They don't have Rue. I think they do have Rue, but he's like an unlockable, weird DLC character. Rue is literally a kangaroo. Not even kidding. He's a kangaroo from Streets of Rage 3 who was like a cameo character. There's a way to unlock him in the game. I don't know if it's a cheat code or... It's not an unlockable, because I've unlocked everybody else in the game. I just love that they brought him back and he's actually playable. That was such a random character from Streets of Rage 3. I'm like... See, I like Streets of Rage 3. I think it's underrated. Kangaroo game. I think I remember that, actually. I didn't know his name was Roger, but I remember Kangaroo, because I'm like, somebody doesn't stand out here. Somebody stands out too much. I'm like, why would that be the character? Oh, ouch. Roger the Kangaroo. See, I love games like that can be like really serious and dark about the characters, but then have like a playable kangaroo. Like, what other game? I think Soul Calibur had a couple like off-the-wall characters. Had a fart. See, that I don't remember. Was it I assume it was a flying dragon or one that like floated off the ground like a foot. Also, I'm wearing the Pontiac hat because why not? Woo. Ouch, 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 ouch. I'd say he should be dead. Woo! Woo! I believe they're going to actually have a DLC for the new Turtles game that's like going to be similar to this with like an endless mode. Did I just die? I did not die. Almost died. That's something I might check out whenever it comes out. Which actually, the new Turtles game, Turtle Shredder's Revenge, was made by the same company that made this. So they know they're 90s brawlers. Oh, jeez. Oh, that just plopped down. I'm used to the hazards coming from the center of the stage, not the sides. Stupid game mixing up basic principles on me. I do enjoy Dragon Fart as a move. Whoa, okay. I guess we're going to play that way. Oh, yeah. So this game was based heavily on Final Fight. I think Final Fight also had turkeys as their full health up item. I do enjoy Final Fight. Like I said, Sega and Capcom are friends. Sega and EA, not so much. No idea what they did to Sega, or vice versa. That seemed a bit much. He's already dead! Ah, the golden knife. It's an O-right weapon. If you can land it. Gotta get a good hit on it. More, right now. I didn't realize I was up to a boss already. I have 7 star moves, so I gotta use those. Watch out. That seems like a reasonable amount of damage to do. Whoa, okay, she's doing something. Wow. A fast move of that. A fast work of that. I'll do damage up. Sometimes when I'm not sure which one to take, I just take the damage up one. Doesn't mean I necessarily think it's the best one, but it's just more long-term than some of the other ones where it's like, every third fight, you get, like, a kangaroo to fight with you. Wait, I already said that. I do like how the characters are hieroglyphics on the wall here. One of those details you never notice because you're too busy fighting everything. Ouch. Actually, these levels have a lot of little details like that. And references to the past games that you never noticed because you're too busy trying to beat the crap out of everybody. Then I'll watch somebody else play it. I'll be like, oh, look at that on the wall. Watch out. Oh, I just got out of the way of that. Oh, I'm surprised that did not hit me. Damn, how is he able to shield an electrical damage? Yeah, I'm getting electrocuted, but I have my shield up, so it doesn't count. It should not be possible. Let's say, you can't shield the bombs. I know that. Ah, this guy. It looks like a generic bodyguard with the gun and the suit. He went to shop at, like, Bodyguards R Us for his clothes. Yeah, I need something that makes me look like a bodyguard, even though that's not the point. I'm supposed to blend in. What's, like, the biggest suit you have to make my shoulders look huge? But the enemies in this game never made any sense. You have, like, bikers, dominatrix chicks, ninjas, sumo wrestlers. Like, there's no consistency. And they're all, like, in the same place. There's, like, robots. There's, like, cops. There's futuristic cops with, like, laser shields. There's, like, a mayor. Like, literally everybody who could be on the street or anywhere else is in this game as an enemy. Sharpen tools. Yeah, I'll do the score up, I guess. But that's why I love it. And then, like, the third game had, like, aquatic things and robots and, like, just all kinds of stuff. It really is the world we live in nowadays. Like, look at who's this guy? Like, some big construction worker dude whose name I think is actually Bob. Oh, that's Angry? Henry? How the hell do you say that name? I know his name's Bob in the main game. And there's Big Ben, who's a big guy with the suspenders. Then you got, like, a rock star looking one that comes after you. This guy, I have no idea what this guy is with the big sword. Got this chick here, looks like she just got out of some, like, street aerobic class. But none of these, I think she's new, but a lot of the enemies in this game are from the old games. They're not even, like, invented for this game. They're just more modern versions of the thugs from the original. But they weren't all thugs. That's the funny thing. You would expect them to be thugs. You wouldn't expect that robot guy. That's why I love the game. You wanted to see what was next. Like, yeah, it could be a robot or it could be another thug. I'm taking this big sword. I don't care. Look at that sword. That is Cloud's sword if I've ever seen it. Plus the weapons were ridiculous. You had the giant sword, the fish. Oh, I love these pixel levels. Who am I going against? All right, we got generic thug. We got this biker guy. Two of them. Generic thug. So is there a story? Technically, yes. And they're all ridiculous, all three of them. All four of them now. Like, the first one, you're basically just trying to get the crime off the street by this villain named Dr. X, or Mr. X, who's just this big gangster guy. My favorite's the second one. The second one, even though you kill Mr. X in the first one, he comes back to life. I have no idea how. So you gotta kill him again. That's the second game. The third game, he's definitely dead, but now there's a robot of him. There's a Robo X. And, like, there's all these ninjas in it. Like, the third one makes no freaking sense. You're trying to stop, like, a bomb or something. The fourth one, they try to do a story with, like, his kids, Mr. Y and Mrs. Z. That really is their name. So it's the kids of Mr. X, and they make this weapon that, like, hypnotizes everybody. So that's why, like, everybody in the city's after you. It really makes no sense. I also don't care, because the final boss is a giant robot that they're both piloting, and it's kind of awesome. It really was the power of friendship, by which I mean the power of beating the crap out of everybody. Speaking of which, we'll spawn a holographic friend. Oh, that wasn't even a boss. I thought that was a boss. This is a boss. But no, that was video games in the 90s. It was always, you know, bad guy does things, stop bad guy. And then, if they wanted to bring him back, they just brought him back. It's like, and he's back for some reason. That's the thing, all the Sonic games, the old Sonic games would always end with Robotnik getting away. So at least they never killed him off. It was always like, yeah, you beat his final boss, but then he just flew away. So then the next game they could bring him back. Whereas, like, Streets of Rage, they definitely killed him. Like, he blows up in the first game. He's back in the second game. We don't know why. But they couldn't bring him back a second time, because that would be stupid. So then they made a robot of him, because that makes more sense. Oh yeah, the old Street Fighter story. Yeah, M. Bison is doing shit, so fight each other to stop him. Why don't you just fight him? No, fight each other. Like, I know Vega was a bad guy, but everybody else was kind of on the same side. Well, that's true. I do enjoy throwing people into a volcano. I can't believe I made it this far. Was this round 10? No, that was round 8. This is round 9? I don't even know. I'm losing track. Round 13! Yeah, see, this is how much I'm losing track of. Oh, this is gonna be hard. I usually die around this point. Oh, shit. Taser's like one of the most broken weapons in the game. There's almost so many enemies, it's hard, but it's also like you're guaranteed to hit something. Street Fighter, new. Tekken. That's right, actually. Wait, there's a new. I thought new Tekken was next year. I knew new Mortal Kombat's this year, even though it's technically an old Mortal Kombat. It's a new old Mortal Kombat. What comes after 11? 1. We went from 2 1s to just 1 1. Without spoiling anything, we might see some more, well, not more, but we'll see Mortal Kombat games on Saturday, perhaps. Yeah, I could see that. That'd be a fun one to add to my collection. I miss Soul Calibur, although it hasn't been that long since the new one. At this point, I'm just happy to be surviving. Like, I don't even know what my strategy is. First, like, 5 or 6 rounds, I usually have a strategy. The line got reset, I guess. I just feel like it's a way for them to remake the first game, which is fine with me if they remake the second game after that, because Mortal Kombat 2 is like some of my favorite environments in the series. Well, in that case, I would have just reset the timeline after 10, and then 11 could have been 1, and then 12 could have been 2, and they could have kept going like that. But I don't know what they were planning. As long as Shao Kahn comes back, because I always love me some Shao Kahn. More than Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung's alright, but to me, he's not a good villain. He's like a good whatever. He's there. He didn't really do much in the Mortal Kombat movie. He was there. He was more Sub-Zero doing everything. I'm just glad we got to see Sub-Zero versus Scorpion. And that it was actually pretty good. At least that. Maybe I should start from 11. See, I never beat 11, so shows what I know. It's like when they run out of ideas, they just like reboot it. Speaking of reboots, are you gonna watch the 20th reboot of Futurama? I mean, how many times that show ended? I do enjoy younger versions, like Johnny Cage. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Yep, I'm dead. I'm like, did she have a sliver of health? She did not. Like the final season. I didn't either, but I actually went back and watched some of the final episodes since people said the ending was good, and the ending actually was pretty good. They should have just stuck with that ending. But anyway, I owe somebody a character select, so I actually haven't unlocked the 2D version of Shiva. So we got Estel, we got Max, we got Shiva, but it's the new one. Who else we got? Estel, we just played as. Adam. These are the classics. Floyd's a new character. Cherry's a new character. Blaze is classic. Axel's classic. And then we have the 4 retro ones who are literally the pixel versions of themselves. So they're the first 3 characters. I do enjoy Cherry. Yeah, Cherry's pretty cool.
Cherry Hunter.
I'll keep her normal moves. She's actually the daughter of Adam. They tried to come up with some kind of reason why she's there. Oh, is Skate in the game? Oh, I don't think I've unlocked Skate. I keep forgetting I have this game on PS4 and Switch. I think I have more characters unlocked on the Switch one. But yeah, she attacks with her guitar. She's super fast. Pretty good addition. Golden pipe, 1 extra jump. Yeah, I'll take the double jump. I'm gonna sleep tonight. More, right now. Actually, this might be my last round. This is fun, but I've been doing this for like over 2 hours. Where does the time go? It's like the longest I think Bex has stuck around for a Streets of Rage stream. Must be a slow day. Langsamer Tag in Deutschland. Ooh, somebody dancing. I think I recognize that fellow. Not even dancing, really, just kind of swaying a little bit. Oh, that's big then. Oh, Tenenda, that's right. The other German streamer I watch. Like, I haven't watched him in a while. I watch Pete's Meat once in a while. Gronk I watch once in a while. I used to watch Tenenda a little more. I just don't think he's online as much. At least not when I'm online. Who's the guy I watch? There's another guy on YouTube I watch who's a Sonic... Oh, no, that's somebody else. He doesn't stream. The German Sonic fan guy. At least I don't think he streams. He talks like, even though he talks in German, he talks similar to an American Sonic fan. Like, he gets like, I could tell the excitement in his voice when he talks about Sonic Adventure 2. That's universal. Sonic Adventure 2 is das beste Spiel. I mean, I don't actually agree that it's the best game, but I could see where he's coming from. That freaking giant golden harpoon is not as useful as it looks. Green Hill Zone. Pretty much no Sonic fan thinks that. I don't even think... The funny thing is, I don't think we ever thought that. Like, Sega thinks that the fans love Green Hill Zone. I don't know anybody who thinks that's their favorite level, honestly. Like I don't hate it. None of my friends hate it, but, like, there's a million more interesting levels. Yeah, because everybody does. Because they've released it a million times, and it's got the easiest name to remember. It's a hill. It's green. It's a zone. Now, I will give them Chemical Plant. I think Chemical Plant's a really cool level, but they've also gotten me tired of that. And then their obsession with Sky Sanctuary, I don't get. That level was just okay, but whatever. It's like they got their hearts set on certain levels. I don't know if the assets are just easier to make, but there's got to be a reason why they keep reusing the same ones. Like, how about just come up with new levels? For a second, Sonic starts with Green Hill Zone, so yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Well, no, the second game they had Emerald Hill Zone, completely different. I mean, I'm okay with the first level being a green level, like every game does that. Mario does that, Crash does that. But, like, to actually keep calling it Green Hill Zone, it's like, come on. Just come up with a new name. Like, the new game's gonna have a level called Bridge Island Zone, which is pretty much the Green Hill of the game, but it at least looks a little different. Or Splash Hill. I do enjoy Splash Hill, which is pretty much just Green Hill with water. Except Green Hill had water. Just gives me mad to think about. You guys have how much money and you can't make a new level? I do enjoy Grüner Hügel Zone. Is that actually Green Hill or is it Greener Hill? I mean, I know it could go either way. I believe there's also a Neo Green Hill Zone, a Sunset Green Hill Zone, a Mecha Green Hill Zone, a Future Green Hill Zone. These are all real zones that look almost the same. Sand Hill Zone, Lost Hill Zone, Windy Hill Zone, Seaside Hill Zone. Although Seaside Hill Zone at least had some different stuff in it. Fire Heavy attacks, Elemental Star move. I'll do Fire Heavy. Ooh, we're ready to the boss. I like how that harpoon doesn't even fit in there. Ein grüner Hügel is a green. Okay. What if it was a greener hill? Like, even greener than the other hill? Now, I would not be surprised at all if Sega made a greener hill. Like, that just seems like the most Sega thing to do. It's not Green Hill, it's Greener Hill. Bastards. Like, even the Sonic TV show, Sonic Prime, has Green Hill in it. I'm like, are you serious? Luckily, it gets more interesting after that. Don is dying. Lunar. Ah, that's right. You guys do that thing where you just keep putting at the end of it. It's super annoying. Like that word I can't say. Classicist music. Yeah, I said it okay that time, but that's because I was prepared to say it. on, come on, come on, come on, come on. How did I miss with a giant harpoon? There we go. Most classic music is even better. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, what the hell would that be? Classicisten. Declassis. Oh, God damn it. That's stupid. Declassist. It's good music. Musique. Wouldn't it be am classisten at the best or whatever? I don't know. It's too many things. I don't even like Toya. I hate Toya. I'm just like, it's more expensive. Okay, just call it that. You don't need a word that already has a million U's and E's and R's to have more of them. Am Toyaston. The stuff that annoys me about German is not what I thought it would be. I thought I'd be annoyed by the long words. I don't mind the long words. I don't like the words that add a bunch of ERs and ENs and ERENs to them. That's what gets me. I don't know why. It's just annoying to remember. I don't mind a couple long words, as long as they make sense, which they usually do. Even with, like, Bessa, I'm like, what? Actually, no, I don't know if there is a Bessa, like, better. I think it's just best at that point. More better. Shona. No, Shuna. How long am I speaking German? I still can't say schon. Like, schon is one of the first words I learned. Wunderschön. I've also heard, like, 4 different pronunciations from it from 4 different German people. No, it's not schon, it's schon. No, it's schon. No, it's schuen. No, it's schon. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Watch out. Good Dale now. Oh, yeah, no problem. Thanks for being here and participating, and I'll probably sign off after this match anyhow. But have a good night. If I don't, if I don't talk to you later, or if I don't get torched right here, I might even be off myself. Hopefully we will see you later this week for some Retromania 57. Oh, come on. Ah, how do I not catch that? Oh, I really did not catch that. Watch out. Shoot! Oh, damn. Oh, that was fortuitous that I landed on that power-up. See, she's really fast, but she gets damaged super easily. Well, let's make her even faster. I think that's why I like this game better than the last couple, is because it's faster. But, like, everybody's faster. But, like, in the old games, it felt like the enemies were always a little faster than you, and it was just more about matching the buttons. This game, you're faster, too, so it seems a little more fair, and you can, you know, dodge combos and do combos a lot easier. You're not kind of screwed when a group swarms you. You can move out of it and find a weapon. Like, I don't know, it's just better. Just that extra bit of speed. It's still not the fastest fighting game you'll play, but, like, just in terms of a brawler, it's better than just kind of clunking around. And they still have a couple slow characters in this game, but the ones that are, even like the original ones, they sped up a little bit. But Cherry's the fastest one. She's got some pretty cool attacks. But like I said, if she does get comboed, she takes a lot of health. That's the problem. She can get beaten pretty quick, which is why evasion is kind of her main strategy. Evasion and then piling up a lot of the little attacks, which is funny because that's how I play Sonic and Smash Brothers. I just kind of do a little damage at a time and then keep away for the rest of the time. Sonic's not a brawler, really. He's more of a get in there, get out. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I just punched a freaking explosive barrel. What did I think was going to happen? Got him. Thank you. Don't come again. Can I destroy that piano? No, just a set piece. Well, I can make her even faster? Hell yeah. Sometimes they'll just keep spamming the same power-up phrase. So I'm like, yeah, if you're going to give it to me, I'll take it. More being super fast right now. Oh, Barbon. He was such a forgettable villain, even in the original game he was in, which I think was 3. Maybe it was 2. He doesn't do a whole hell of a lot. He's not an easy boss, but he's not, like, super difficult either. Just there. Oh, shit. That's the problem, and she's very susceptible to boss fights, because the boss's attacks do a lot of damage. And her attacks don't do a lot of damage, so you have to, like, kind of time it very well. It doesn't help when they send the minions after you. I realized I just used my last star attack on him, but... The problem with the survival mode is you get into that desperation mode, because it's like, if you don't use it now, you don't get to hold on to it, so... It's either use your special move or you lose. See, look how much health I'm down to now, because he attacked me a few times. He's almost dead. Fortunately, I'm wasting time here with this freaking cop with the shield. Got him. Okay, what do we got? I actually don't know if I should have taken that power up, but that's alright. You start to get to the later parts of the game, you're like, should I have taken that one? After this stream, I'll probably set up Retromania as far as putting all the graphics in there. I'm sure you guys are all super interested in hearing about that. I really do have to, like, redo my stream deck for every Retromania. Like, I can't just, like, leave it the same and change a few numbers. I mean, I can for some things, but... Ouch. Whoa, watch out. Is that Mr. Y? Mr. X? Oh, it's Mr. Whatever. That's right. They remixed the names in the boss rush. Watch out. You gotta watch her health. It's one thing, she takes a couple hits, but the next thing you know, we're down to like a quarter health. Now, there are plenty of healing items around the arena, but not a lot. There's like 2 that I saw. Actually, no, there's only 1. This could very easily not go my way pretty fast. Damn it! See what I mean? I'm already down to like a third health now. Oh, there are 2. Ouch. Got her. I'm actually surprised that was the last enemy of that round. Seemed like it was going to be more. Wow, they really like giving me these score bonuses. And we'll see if it pays off right after this. Maybe. Maybe we'll never see if it pays off. I don't know. I'm standing right where a lava thing's going to be. Oh, this dreadful enemy again. Except remix for the 20th time. DJ X Nasty. That's actually his name. Interesting. Wait, how did I lose? I just had a weapon. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright. Did some damage there. Am I mostly going to be just fighting this thing? I'm mostly just going to be fighting this thing. That's how they want to do it. That's how I'll do it. What the hell? So these games always have pretty good music. What the hell is this? Come on. Watch out. Oh, damn it. That was such an easy thing to dodge, too. Especially as Cherry. With the speed advantage. Oh, he's almost out. He's out. But he's not the only fight here. And then we got the sumo wrestler guy. Because why not? Whoa, that was a nice little burst of speed. Watch out for the grenades. Oh, did he block that? He blocked my projectile. Alright, what are you gonna do? Alright, he's out. These, I'm just gonna let these chicks throw their grenades and hopefully catch them. Alright, that was useless. Oh, nice shot! Double kill. How you like me now? Fire Blitz. Last hurrah. Yeah, alright. Let's see if I can stack some of these. Let's see how long I can last here. I'm not doing too bad, actually. Level 11. You said number 11. Oh, jeez. Watch out. The big ball thing can taketh and giveth away. Oh, how did she not get hit by that? It's kind of like a giant electrical field there. Ready to rock. Ouch. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. I thought I was going to go off the stage there. Oh, shit. If he keeps blocking my attacks, I'm really wasting my... Ouch. My special power on him. Oh, there's a third one now? God damn it. Wow. Alright, didn't have to do much there. Eat that. Woo! Not sure if that was going to be the last enemy or not. Apparently it was. So I'm basically trying to just soup up her damage and her defense right now. Score I'm not so worried about, because I'm already at a pretty high score, and, you know, getting extra star moves is nice, but it's not going to win me the game. The star move's not really that good, to be honest. Ooh, two bosses. One of them is Cherry. Oh, it's the friggin' Jones family going at me here. Ooh, take that, Daddy Dearest. Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming. So she's got a couple of really good close-range attacks. I should know, since I am her. Shit. Oh, I still have another special? Another all-star? Alright, I'll take it. I'm gonna need it. Alright, watch out. He's got the laser. Watch out, she can death. Ah, fudge. I did not have a lot of time to warn myself on that. I'm not doing a lot of damage then. There's no weapons either. The only thing I have to help me out besides my own fighting is the freaking laser that occasionally generates here. I got them down fairly low, though, but the problem is they can combo me so fast. Crap. Which one was that? Oh, that's her sliding one. That's not as bad. Problem is I can't get out of the corner right now. I've got them both down to almost the same health, though. Watch out! Oh, Jesus. She's almost done. Oh, I can't believe she got that attack off. She's gone. Got him! That was tough. That was tough. 'Cause I think it's like the third boss, fourth boss. It's a pretty hard boss. Defense up. I gotta focus on attack and defense right now. I always go for the wrong things, so I'm gonna try, in the interest of lasting as long as possible, I'm gonna try to just focus on attack and defense and see what I can do with it. Because I don't have a special attack available right now, otherwise I would have done the rocket one, but try and, like, keep my defense up, I guess. I don't know. As I mentioned, she can get comboed off of pretty quick. I've already, like, maxed out her score. So as far as, like, how many points she's getting per attack, that's already been almost doubled, if not doubled entirely. Woo! Come on. I was gonna say, if he's gonna dive on me, I'm just gonna do the reverse dive. Woo! Oh, why did I not? I thought I had him. Okay, he's out. They really love doing this Big Ben enemy on me, don't they? Shit. Combo break. Jeez, when is their aim that good? Oh, they're definitely getting harder. She's got like a triple health bar or something crazy like that. Crap. Basically just me versus her right now. Problem is, I don't know how much damage I can really do against her. Alright, I got her. That's not the end of the wave. Fuck. Oh, watch out. Whoa! Alright. Shit. It's like one punch he did there. It's still not the end of the freaking wave? How many more enemies are in this wave? It's gotta be it. Shit. Woo! That was a tough wave. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the next one, but... Electrical. I'm gonna have to. I don't know. So she already is pretty fast. She has pretty good jumping, but... Yeah, I don't know. Level 14. Let's say that might help a little bit. Ugh, I hate that her special usually misses after the fact. Oh, fudge. Throw her back. Try like a reversal or something. In these terms, like I really know what they mean. I think that cleared a few of the enemies out. Let me just throw like a ninja star at me? Like, what was that? Watch out. Oh, what is he? Oh, he's from the final level of the game. I usually don't see that enemy. So I'm used to those guys just having the little nightstick thing. That is not what that is. I'm gonna deal with enough of you in the last level. Watch out. Watch out. I'm dead. Alright, well. I think I lasted like almost half an hour against that. I'm actually surprised I made it that far. Whew, that's alright. I held out as long as I could. As you could say, that was the cherry on top of what was already a pretty awesome stream. Let's see it. I didn't know. Oh, I've already unlocked all her moves. I'm like, I thought I would have unlocked something for getting that far in the game, but I already unlocked all her stuff, so. Alright. Well, not much more to say from me, which is rare. But we are done with another exciting stream. Streets of Rage 4 went by pretty fast. It was a good time for all. I'm glad we saw some people today. People I know, people I love. Big Mac, Bex, Toaster, Shads. I'm saying real people here. Scarecrow stopped by for a little bit. Did not forget about him. We learned a little bit about the UK, a little bit. I learned the word Zorn, which is awesome. How often am I going to be using that word? Pretty often. So yeah, we will look forward to seeing you in the next stream as always. Got Retromania coming this Saturday at 1 p.m. But as always, thank you again for watching. Stay chaotic and blur out.
Chaos.
Let's get retroactive.